Catch the spirit of the game, the Hastings Sodbusters.
So proud of the guys, just kept clawing, kept fighting back, and I'm beyond proud of them.
He sends a high fly ball to deep right center field. No one's going to catch that. It is going way back, and that is out of here for a home run. Luke Cossey, a monster shot, clears the 405 sign. Our first home run at Duncan Field since 2023. Touch 'em all, Luke Cossey.
Our fans recognize that, and they know that it's a family atmosphere at our place, and that's what we like.
One run will score. Here comes a second run home. Johnston digging for third. He slides in, and the Sodbusters have a 3-0 lead as Weston Johnston scorches one over the head of Jake Daly.
All the credit to the guys in the dugout playing really, really hard, keeping it simple, throwing strikes on the mound, going right at kids, and then just keep it simple up at the plate. And all the credit to the guys for just busting their butts night in, night out.
Catch the spirit of the game, the Hastings Sodbusters.
Playoffs are still a possibility for the Hastings Sodbusters. A loss to the Nebraska Prospects put them on the brink, but they won the second game of a doubleheader, and an Oahe loss to Fremont certainly helped the cause. If Hastings wins out, they'll claim either the second half Independence League Baseball title or have the second best overall record behind first half champion Spearfish if Spearfish claims the second half crown. The Sasquatch and Spuds begin a huge 3-game series in Casper tonight. High drama in the ILB heading into the final weekend. I'm Steve Stein with Mason Hinrichs from Duncan Field. We'll have our starters and the first pitch on a gorgeous night for baseball. And when we come back, a couple of Sodbuster spotlights with Josh Nolte and Joey Hecker. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here. I feel better already.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
We bring you Sodbuster Baseball. I'm Steve Stein with two spotlights in advance of today's matchup. First, we hear from Josh Nolte. Josh, give us your college background. Going to school in Missouri in the MIAA. Tell us a bit about your college right now.
I'm at Missouri Western State right now. I'm going into my senior year. Just got a new coaching staff, and I'm looking forward to getting to work with them. Last year didn't go how we wanted it, but new opportunity and just ready to get to work.
It's cool that you're sticking around. Was there thoughts of, okay, a new coaching staff, I want to leave, or was it always going to be, I need to get my degree and stay here?
There's always that thought. There's a lot of uncertainty, and that kind of makes you look at other options, but I love the school. I love where it's at. Great support staff. I don't know if you're going to find better facilities in Division II, and I really like the new guy that's coming in. He's a winner where he was at before this, and I just can't wait to get started with him. So. We're
talking with Josh Nolte. He's been a really nice addition to this pitching staff. Before that, Dodge City Community College. Tell us about your time being a conch.
JUCO's a grind, and Dodge City is an interesting place to be. Not a lot out there, but you learn a lot about yourself, and you got to really want it if you play baseball in JUCO, and especially in Dodge City. But it's a great school too. To play in the Jayhawk West, man, there's some pretty darn good D1 guys in the Jayhawk Conference. Yeah, no, I played against a lot of really good players, and I think it really prepared me for D2, and I would recommend a lot of people to go JUCO, especially Jayhawk. We're talking with Josh Nolte. Where's home? What's your hometown? Karchi, Oklahoma is where I play high school baseball, but we kind of live in the Oklahoma City area now, so. And a little bit different going from Oklahoma City to Dodge City. Was that a kind of a culture shock, not having maybe all of the amenities that you would have in OKC? Oh, yeah, completely. It's definitely different out there, going to like a town of 30,000 people. JUCO, like I said, it's just a different breed. Interesting sports there, and the locals were super nice, though, and it didn't take long to make it feel like home, so
Talking with Josh Nolte, you were having the summer off. What attracted you to come here? Talking about being the late season ad.
Well, so actually, I was just supposed to be training, but then, new coaching staff comes in, and this guy's a firm believer, and, you need to go get after it. Like, it's going to be competition as soon as we get there. So it was like, I need somewhere to throw. This was a great opportunity. I just need to get my feet on the ground and get after it. That way I'm ready to go in the fall. So. And
one thing about it, I mean, you get here and pretty much the next day you're throwing. Is that a cool opportunity to don't even probably know your catcher's name and you're on the mound?
No, it was pretty sick. Yeah, I drove 3 hours and 45 minutes up here, and that first day that I got here, I was throwing. So, it's like roll in and get ready to go after it. But yeah, I love it. It's great.
Tell us a bit about your pitch combo. What makes you a good pitcher?
Mostly fastball and slider. Working on the changeup right now, but. I throw a very hard slider, and that's a lot of the time what gets guys. So that's kind of what I've made myself off of. That's what it was at Dodge City too. And I think if you can pitch backwards, that's going to help you a lot, especially in the league that I'm in. Both the leagues I've been in, they're very hitter-friendly conferences, so you got to be able to throw an off-speed.
You've probably gotten so much direction. I mean, you played the club, high school, junior college, your first 4-year college coach. What about coaching here? Have you picked up anything from either Josh Printer or some of the other pitchers, since it's guys from a wide range of backgrounds?
Just Printer's all about just be relentless and be confident in yourself. He's an old school coach. Wants to play old school ball, and I'm all for that. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him, and he's learning a lot too. He's learning with us, so just ready to keep going.
You mentioned that he's a young guy, but he doesn't carry himself like a young guy. Is that kind of cool to have that role as a head coach?
Yeah, you just don't really see it often. You'd think young guy, he's a few years older than me, like he'd be out there chopping it up with us, but he's somebody you can look up to, and he's a great coach. So
we're talking with Josh Nolte. Academically, what are you studying?
I am on track to graduate this spring, and I'm studying business administration, but focused in supply chain management. So that's something I've always wanted to do. Both my parents are accountants, but I couldn't deal with all that math, so I had to go something a little bit more chill than that.
Supply chain management, what's your ultimate goal in that? What do you do as a supply chain management major?
Just kind of work with companies on inflows, outflows, everything. It could be finances, it could be materials. It's a bunch of stuff, but it's going to help me work my way up wherever I choose to go work at fairly quickly. So,
are you kind of excited? Because this is probably going to be it. One more fall, one more spring, and you probably could play summer ball. Do you kind of see the end of baseball?
Yeah, no, I'm excited. It's been a good run, and I'm excited to see what the future holds. So, I don't want to say anything set in stone, but I've enjoyed it. Baseball's been a huge part of my life. So,
from a Sodbuster standpoint, maybe a chance to make another appearance or two. The opportunity to pitch here at Duncan Field, what's that been like?
It's very pitcher friendly. This is a very unique ballpark with, if somebody hits a home run off of you here, they got to really earn it. So, as long as you throw strikes and you control the game, it's hard to get in trouble here. So it's been very nice.
Josh Nolte, Missouri Western product. We have a second Sodbuster spotlight with Joey Hecker, who's headed to Washington State. Joey, talk about your path to being a Sodbuster from Pullman, Washington to Hastings, Nebraska. How did this come about?
Earlier in the winter, wintertime this year, my college coach called me and was like, hey, we got a place for you to play. And I didn't know anything about Hastings. I never heard of it. I was excited to come down here, and then next thing you know, I'm actually down here. It flew by. That was in the wintertime. Now it's July, almost August, and it's just been a lot of fun. It's different for sure, but I'm glad I'm down here.
And to see college level pitching as you get set to go for college, how special has that been to kind of see what it's all about?
You find out quick what you need to get better at, and I think that's awesome. And jumping in, you're gonna get beat, and it's all about just okay, I got beat by doing this. Now what am I gonna do to change to not get beat next time? So it's great. I think it's good for me to see it and a little edge over other people who maybe haven't, and I think it's a great deal.
And it's been a neat mix of young guys and older guys. You had Crush, you had Shabry, who were also high school grads going on. Was that cool to kind of commiserate with them a little bit, because you're kind of in the same boat?
Yeah, it was. And I knew Brock obviously before getting down here, but me and him became a lot closer than we were, so that was great. And then it's just good to see where I match up against these guys. guys out here with other high schoolers. You know, they're good, great ball players, but also with the college guys that are old, or we even have a couple guys who are graduated. So it's awesome to see and it's a good field because college baseball is like that now. Like everyone's old. It's not all 18, 19-year-olds. It's, 22 through 24-year-olds. So it's great to see it all here.
Plus, when you're in high school, you're probably playing every day. You're probably the dude. Here, you may have to set the bench a little bit, and now you're kind of in the everyday lineup. Was that kind of cool to kind of ease into it a little bit?
Yeah, I thought it was good because I definitely had to work my way to get in the field every day, which is great, good to see that. And now that I'm in the lineup every day, it's good. I've had a lot of fun, playing well. We're winning games too. We're almost about to make the playoffs, but it's good. We're winning games. That's all that matters.
We're talking with Joey Hecker. We've seen you in the outfield, kind of been locked in at third base. What was your natural position coming out of high school?
I've played a lot of positions just growing up, as you can tell, but my freshman year I actually caught. Sophomore year I was shortstop. Junior year I was center field, and then this year I was actually our ace on the mound, and then I played a little bit of shortstop too when I had to. But playing third, I've definitely played a couple innings there before in my life. Not super new to it, but it was good. I like third base. I'll play wherever the team needs me. To get on the field. That's how I like to play.
Versatility is awesome too in summer ball because you never know where you're going to get thrown. We're hearing from Joey Hecker. Tell us about Pullman. I mean, that's the home of Washington State. How big a community is it?
So it's not too different from Hastings. I would say it's a little bigger, but imagine it's like Hastings with a big college, like a big school. And it gets pretty crazy, in the fall when the football games, and it's a lot of fun. Growing up, we would go to all of those, and they're a lot of fun. But the communities, it's nice. It's a small college town. It's like this, quiet, not much to do, but it's a lot of fun. I like growing up there. But I'm glad to come out here and experience something else totally different, and I think it's great for me to come out here.
I was going to say, had you ever seen the Black Hills, Casper, those types of places?
So no. Every state I've been here and road trip to is a new state for me, including Nebraska. So, I mean, it's a lot of fun. You just coming to new places, playing on new fields, against new guys, with new guys. It's a lot of fun. It's a great experience. I'm grateful for the opportunity to come down here.
We're talking with Joey Hecker. Was that always going to be Washington State? I mean, that's your hometown school. Or did you think of other places that you were going to go?
So obviously growing up, going to all the sporting events, it's hard not to this is the dream school, Obviously I wanted to go there a lot, but it wasn't always the school that I was planning to go. I didn't even want to go for a while in middle school. I was I need to get away from my family. I need to get, I hate it here. This is terrible. But, as I got older, I was oh, this is great. This is a good deal. So as soon as I got offered, I was yeah, that's where I want to go. So.
Was, Washington State, of course, was part of the Pac-12. The Pac-12 is no more. Yeah. Did that have any bearing on it, the fact that Washington State now kind of finding a new home and finding its new place in college athletics?
No, I mean, honestly, so they actually recreated the Pac. The Pac is back. It's different, but, I mean, it's the same thing, Baseball is baseball. If you're good, you can go far. Just like you see out here in Omaha, small teams every year come and go far. So, I mean, it was never really a conference I want to play in the power conference. It was just I like the school, I like the coaches, I want to go play for them. That's kind of what I base my decision around.
We're talking with Joey Hecker, who had a neat moment. Hadn't had an RBI during his time with the Sodbusters, had an RBI early in the game, and lo and behold, comes up in the bottom of the 10th inning, game-winning walk-off RBI single. First of all, what's going through your head? Because they had just made a great play to get the second out of the inning before you came up. Talk a little bit about that whole moment.
So actually, after my first at-bat that day, I actually struck out my first at-bat that day, but I lined out to center, and I was okay, I'm seeing the ball. It's going to be a good day. I'm seeing the ball well. So I was pretty confident going into that spot there, and I was yeah, if I get up, I'm going to try to do something. I feel good about it. I was excited. Swung first pitch, got a fastball. I was yeah.
Had you had a moment like that in your life? I mean, because that's, it's not something you ever get, not many people get a chance to do.
Well, I mean, so I've had walk-offs before, but none were quite this, fun and energetic. The guys that are coming out of the dugout, throwing water on you, taking your shirt off. And that was pretty sweet. It was the big boy style walk-off. But probably one of my favorite moments of my baseball career so far.
He's Joey Hecker, getting a chance to hear from him. Is there a plan for your four-year college as you think about what to study?
So I've decided I want to study mechanical engineering, and I want to go to school to do that. And it was honestly kind of a last-minute thing. Like, I was nervous about it. Like, I don't know. I thought it was going to be hard. I didn't think I was going to be able to, like, balance the workload with baseball. But, you know, I've talked to a lot of people who are baseball players and have had, like, done mechanical engineering or something similar, and it's not bad. So I'm just going to go for it. I'm excited. I think I'm good at it, and, like, that's what I want to do when I'm done with baseball, ultimately.
Joey Hecker, recent high school grad, is going to be going to his hometown college, Washington State. That's our Sodbuster Spotlight. I'm Steve Stein.
Hastings Sodbusters baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate wood-bat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to HastingsSodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
Let's face it, we move our bodies around a lot. And sometimes things happen. A tweak, twist, pull, strain, ache, or pain. At Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care, their goal is to restore your mobility, keep you moving, and ensure your rehabilitation is effective, efficient, and stress-free. Do you suffer from headaches and neck pain, lower back, or sciatica? Call Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care today. Start to discover wellness through chiropractic care. Fisk Chiropractic Sports Clinic.com. Start feeling better now.
Welcome back to Sodbuster Baseball. I'm Steve Stein with producer Mason Hinrichs. We come to you from historic Duncan Field where the Hastings Sodbusters and the Nebraska Prospects get set to go. The final game of this 4-game series, the final game of an 11-game homestand, the final home game of the regular season as Hastings and the Nebraska Prospects get set to go. And for Hastings, still a heck of a lot to play for. They win 3, they are in the playoffs. Anything less, and then, I don't know, it's going to take some calculus degree to figure it all out because there's still basically 4 teams battling for 2 spots. Spearfish is in, but they play a part in this second half standings because they're at 13-5. Oahe 14-7. Hastings 12-7. Casper 13-9. Spearfish won the first half. Second half still up for grabs. If Spearfish wins the second half, the team with the second best overall record gets in, and right now Hastings is 1 game behind Casper in those standings. So high drama as we head into the final weekend here in Independence League Baseball. Hastings Sodbusters getting set to go, and if you were going to have a final night of baseball, oh my goodness, 78 degrees, winds out of the south at 10 miles an hour. It is just a gorgeous night for Sodbuster baseball as Hastings and the Prospects getting set to go. A split of a doubleheader yesterday as Nebraska got really good pitching in the first one and won 3-1. It looked like they may run away and hide in the second game as the Sodbusters kicked it around a bit. 3 unearned runs in the first inning against Hastings, but the Sodbusters would battle back as they would score 1 run in the first inning. They got 4 in the second to take the lead for good. Tack on runs, and they would need every one of them. In the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th innings, saw Nebraska score 3 runs in the 6th inning to make it an 8-6 contest. And then the Sodbusters able to hold on for the victory as Elijah Thomas was able to step up and get it done, picking up the save. They pitched Marcus Miller yesterday just to see how he was doing. He hurt his foot in a lawnmower accident, had some stitches. He went 1 inning, threw 28 pitches, allowed the 3 unearned runs, but he will be the starting pitcher again today for the Hastings Sodbusters. If you pitch under 30 pitches, you don't have to rest today, so he will come out and have his final appearance of the regular season for the Hastings Sodbusters, and hopefully they can back him up with some defense. And part of it, Marcus had his own throwing error, which kind of opened the door. A really tough first inning, but Sodbusters would settle the ship with Braden Cork out of the pen to have a really good outing. He ended up working 2 1/3 innings of scoreless relief, striking out 5. He didn't walk anybody. Really good job for Braden Cork. And then we got a look at Adam DeBoer. Struggled with his command a bit. Got into trouble as he walked 3 and then gave up a 3-run double. That ended his day before Elijah Thomas came in to pick up the save, his first of the year for the Hastings Sodbusters. As he ended up working the final inning and a third of that game. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First of all, for the Sodbusters, they'll go with Paul Schuyler I should say they will go with Max Israel leading off and playing second base. It's Jet Hannaford in left field batting second. Weston Johnston at third base batting third. Brady Alexander is the center fielder batting fourth. Followed by Cale Jensen, the designated hitter. Justin Crane in right field and batting sixth. Tyler Wells, the first baseman, batting seventh. Jude Greaves catches and bats eighth. And Chase Miller at the shortstop batting ninth. Marcus Miller gets the start for the Sodbusters. Once again, Israel, Hannaford, Johnston, Alexander, Jensen, Crane, Welsh, Greaves, Miller with Miller on the mound. For the Nebraska prospects, Paul Schuyler leads off. He's the center fielder. Mike Valdivia is the shortstop batting second. Jacob Parent in right field batting third. Kobe Hatcher in left batting fourth. And it's Ripken Fleck at second base. Nikolai French doing the catching and batting sixth. Eli Russell at third base batting seventh. J.D. Moffitt plays first base and bats eighth. Isaac Borges, the designated hitter, bats ninth. Gage Vondra making his debut for the prospects will be doing the pitching. Once again, it's Schuyler, Valdivia, Perrin, Hatcher, Fleck, French, Russell, Moffitt, Borges with Vondra on the mound. The Hastings Sodbusters 28-19, 12-7 in second half standings, 21-9 here in Duncan Field, and 7-4 in their black uniforms. That's one of their better marks. So hopefully they'll use the black magic today and come home with a win. The prospects 9-21. They're 4-8 against second half competition here in the Independence League baseball standings, and Hastings is 6-1 against the prospects. Numbers against one another: Hastings batting .290 with a 2.01 ERA against the prospects, averaging 8.3 runs per game. Prospects batting just .205, but they picked that up about 20 points after yesterday's doubleheader. A team ERA of 8.38. And they average 3 runs per contest. On the season, this game by the numbers: Sodbusters with a .263 batting average, an ERA of 4.42. The Nebraska prospects, a team batting average of .235 with an ERA of 10.4. Sodbusters coming into this contest on their home field, hitting about 6 points better at .269. Their home ERA is at 3.39. And averaging 7 runs a game while giving up 4.5. Overall for the year, the prospects, they're averaging 5.7 runs per contest, giving up 10 runs per game in their outing so far this year. They had a really rough road trip out to Spearfish, had back-to-back games, so they gave up over 20 runs. So that skews their numbers a little bit. It's the Hastings Sodbusters and the Nebraska prospects squaring off for the final time. For Hastings, they will head to Pierre and take on Oahe for a 2-game series, while the prospects will go to Fremont. Let's take it to the field for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We're at Duncan Field, 408 to straightaway center, 405 to the alleys, 370 to left field, 367 to right. It's a pitcher's haven Although we did see a home run out of the park for the Hastings Sodbusters. Cale Jensen getting that done yesterday in the 3-1 loss. Hastings bounced back with a nice second game as they won the contest by a score of 8-6. The series opener taking place earlier this week after the rain day. Sodbusters had won on the 22nd by a score of 13-3, scoring 10 runs in the first 3 innings to take command. Here comes Marcus Miller. 3-1, a 4.07 ERA, making his 7th appearance in 35 1/3. He's allowed 31 runs, 16 of those earned. He's allowed 32 hits, struck out 41. He's walked 11 and hit 2. Yesterday, the starting pitcher went 1 inning, allowing 3 unearned runs on 2 hits. He struck out 1 and didn't walk anybody through 28 pitches. Again, if you throw under 30, you don't have to have a day's rest, and so kind of working out the kinks after having that lawnmower incident, and hopefully he'll be able to have a successful go today. And a big game for the Sodbusters. They win today, and if they get a sweep at Owyhee, they will get to the playoffs either as the second half champs or as the team with the second best overall record. See how it all works out. Spearfish actually in the driver's seat now in the second half standings, with 3 games to go, but they're at Casper. Not going to be an easy thing. Spearfish just coming off a pair of wins at home against Casper. Meanwhile, Owyhee has a matchup with Fremont, and in case you didn't hear, hallelujah for Fremont. The Moo rally late and win 12-8 against Owyhee. When we left the air, it was Owyhee seemingly in command in that one. Sodbuster defense, Jude Greaves behind the plate at first base, Tyler Welch. Second base, Max Israel. The third baseman is Weston Johnston. The shortstop, Chase Miller. Outfield left to right is Jet Hannaford, Brady Alexander, and Justin Crane. And here comes Paul Schuyler into the right-handed box for the Nebraska Prospects. Paul Schuyler, one of their top players, a Division I guy from the University of Nebraska, Omaha, takes strike 1. As Paul Schuyler, 462, 12 out of 26, joined the team late. A home run, a triple, 2 doubles, 4 runs batted in, 11 runs scored. 0-1 pitch is outside for ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. Good speedster, 5 out of 6 on the bases so far this year. Went to Cloud County Community College to begin his college days, and a product of Bellevue East High School. Most of these prospects from the Omaha metro area, but they throw in some other guys as they get through the year, and kind of like everyone in the Independence League, looking for dudes at some point, and they bring in a recent high school grad to pitch today. 2-1 delivery on the way, and that's fouled off. And 2 balls and 2 strikes on Paul Schuyler. Schuyler against the Hastings Sodbusters, 5 out of 14 so far in the 7 games played. And he had a multi-hit game yesterday with a 2 for 3 and 2 runs scored in the matchup in the second game of the Twin Bill, won by Hastings 8-6. 2-2 pitch on the way. Just got a piece of that high fastball, and it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2 teams were supposed to play Wednesday. The forecast looked pretty dicey. Would we have been able to get through it? If the Sodbuster are playing and there's rain in the forecast this year, no, we would not have been able to get through it. If there's a chance for rain, it's going to rain. That seems to have been the story through this home campaign. 2-2 delivery on the way. And this one lined back up the middle, base hit. So that long at bat finally won by Paul Schuyler. He gets a leadoff single, and it'll be Mike Valdivia to bat for the Nebraska Prospects. Valdivia coming in at .343. One of their top hitters this year. A couple of home runs to lead the team. 7 doubles to lead the team. He also has stolen more bases than anyone, 11 out of 14. He's scored 15 runs and has 14 runs batted in. Millard West product now at Iowa Western. Takes a strike, no balls, and 1 strike on Mike Valdivia. Early returns for Marcus Miller, 80-82 on the fastball. Curveball 67 to 68 miles an hour. Our Flight Scope stats sponsored by Eagle Distributing as the pitch is across for a strike. Like most pitchers, maybe even more so for a left-hander who doesn't have great velocity, Marcus Miller's so important that he gets in front. Does have a win against this Nebraska Prospects team coming back on the 14th. Went 5 2/3 innings and allowed 3 runs, 2 of those earned. This one popped high into left field. And the Sodbusters will handle that with Jet Hannaford. Skyler will retreat to first. So 1 out. Marcus Miller getting the first out here with a runner at first base. Mentioned Marcus's ERA at 4.07. It would be much better than that had he not pitched against Fremont. The Moo got to him a couple of times. As 11 of the 16 earned runs this year against Marcus Miller coming in 2 starts against Fremont. Pitch taken for a ball as we get our first look at Jacob Perrin. Perrin didn't play the last 2 games. 242, couple of home runs. Leads the team with 20 runs batted in and takes this pitch outside for ball 2. Jacob Perrin, Southeast Community College guy, went to Bellevue East. He played on the Prospects a year ago. 2-0 the count on Jacob Perrin. Marcus Miller would have an ERA under 2 had he not appeared against the Fremont Moo. For whatever reason, they just had his number in 2 starts. Pitch right across. It's 2-1 on Jacob Perrin. Runner at first. 1 man out, just getting rolling, top of inning number 1, scheduled 9-inning contest, and a really good crowd here in the regular season home finale. Pitch right across, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Jacob Perrin. If the Sodbusters win out, they would have a chance to host the first 2 games of the ILB Championship Series. Those would be Tuesday and Wednesday before the scene would shift to Spearfish. Spearfish, the first half champion, will have home field advantage. Swing and a miss. Marcus Miller comes all the way back to get Jacob Perrin. Perrin against the Sodbusters now just 2 for 18 this season. So he has scuffled against the Sodbusters. 2 outs and Kobe Hatcher will bat. Quite frankly, most of the Nebraska prospects have struggled against Hastings with a team batting average of just over 200 in the 7 games played, as Hastings has pitched the prospects pretty well this year. Going to win the season series, but really need today to make it even more fun and positive at Oahe. And the pitch, a strike. Kobe Hatcher didn't mean to, but offered at that one. He's the left fielder today. Runner at first, 2 men out. Marcus Miller trying to get out of this in much less dramatic fashion today than yesterday when he had to battle all kinds of base runners, gave up 3 unearned runs as the Sodbusters committed 3 errors in that first. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, how bad is this going to be after Hastings lost a 3-1 game in the first contest? To say there was carryover, it certainly appeared that way, but Hastings had a nice little righting of the ship as Josh Printer called him over afterwards. Said, you think we can't score 3 runs against these guys? He was right. Line drive right at the second baseman. Max Israel handles this. And Kobe Hatcher hits it on the button, but he's retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. Right at the bottom half of inning number 1. No score, and this is Sodbuster Baseball.
At Hastings College, we celebrate all the ways you shine. From more than 20 athletic teams to band, choir, theater, and art, plus esports, creative writing, speech, and media. Join in to earn a scholarship and find your people, the friends you'll hang out and have fun with. It's what makes Hastings great. So check out Hastings College, where your experience matters, in the classroom and in the activities you love to do. Visit us at hastings.edu.
Core CPAs is your locally owned, full-service accounting firm. Our team of professionals have years of accounting experience and focus on building in-depth relationships with our clients. Our comprehensive and customized solutions are tailored to your specific needs. We pride ourselves in our commitment to integrity, objectivity, and professionalism. At Core CPAs, we provide tax services, payroll, bookkeeping, assurance and financial reporting, and much more. Visit our website at corecpas.us.
At the bottom half of inning number 1, the Sodbusters coming to bat against right-hander Gage Vondra. Vondra making his Prospects summer debut after completing his American Legion season with Omaha West Side. Vondra is going to be playing college ball at Dordt University. And his defense, Nikolai French, will be doing the catching. At first base, it's J.D. Moffitt. Second base, Ripken Fleck. The third baseman is Eli Russell. Shortstop is Mike Valdivia. The outfielders are Kobe Hatcher, Paul Schuyler, and Jacob Perrin left to right here at Duncan Field. They're in their powder blue, Carolina blue, if you will, uniforms today with the white numbers and trim. The Sodbusters going with their winning black uniforms. Back in black and trying to make a little black magic today as Hastings looking to get the win before heading to Pier tomorrow. Play one game tomorrow and one game Sunday. If it all goes well, a return home for the playoffs. If it doesn't go well, hard telling. Oahu's in the hunt. Spearfish will be in the playoffs. Casper lurking as well. Casper with a huge 3-game series against Spearfish. But long story short, if the Sodbusters win 3, they will be in. Right-handed hitter Max Israel will lead things off. I started to do my lineups and almost didn't recognize the Sodbuster batting order because Max Israel is at the top of it. He's playing in just his 3rd game, and after batting in the 9 spot, it's like, all right, buddy, you had a 3-hit game yesterday. You're leading off. Stands in the right-handed box. Righty-righty matchup, and the pitch taken upstairs for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Kind of fits right into what the Sodbusters like to do. As heard Josh Prenner on the postgame yesterday talking to Max Israel, said well, he's just kind of a single hitter and likes to put the ball in play, and said you're hired here at Duncan Field. 1 ball, 1 strike on Max Israel, a product of the College of St. Scholastica in Duluth, Minnesota. The Saints, NCAA Division III program, was turned on to the Sodbusters by Spencer Schmidt, member of the pitching staff, who joined him late after the season ended for the Plainsmen. And Israel, 571, 4 for 7 in his 2 games so far, including 3 for 4 yesterday. He's down to the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes, and the pitch. Bouncing ball back up the middle, could be trouble. Valdivia can't make the play, and Israel will be at first. Valdivia, good effort, but he had a long way to go, and I don't know if he even gets Israel if he makes the stop. It'll be an infield single for Max Israel. And the Sodbusters will have a runner at first and nobody out for Jet Hannaford. See if the Sodbusters are playing a little small ball right here. Jet, pretty good bunter, tremendous speed, maybe bunting for a hit, particularly with the 3rd baseman playing way back, Eli Russell. Jet Hannaford has great speed anyway, and a decent lead for Max Israel as Vandra brings it home. Jet Hannaford is bunting. Pulls the bat back. It bounced off of the glove and then got a piece of T. Smith. I don't think Hannaford touched it. Hopefully T's okay. And T is marching around behind home plate right now. I'm not exactly sure where that caught him. T. Smith definitely got the worst end of that, and hopefully he is all right. T is working the plate today. Bill Biven is the field umpire, and T is not feeling well right now. The question is, was it a foul ball? It looks like Jet Hannaford apparently did get a piece of it, and then it got all of T. Smith. So, unfortunate there. So there will be a runner at first. T. Smith gets a little applause there. And looked like got him in the side of the face. If it got him under the face mask, or certainly got a jarring blow, so the bunt attempt unsuccessful there. Hannaford sees this one go by at his feet, jumps out of the way, and now Israel will scoot on to second base on a wild pitch. So 1 ball and 1 strike. So both of those first 2 pitches for Hannaford have been high and tight. Hannaford got a piece of the first one, dove out of the way of the second one. Israel now in scoring position. Now the bunt's probably off, although Jet still could lay down a bunt for a hit because the 3rd baseman is playing back, and Jet can fly. He is certainly living up to that name. Instead, he will ground this one to the right side. The second baseman's got it. Throw to first in time. Really good at bat there for Jet Hannaford. It's not a sacrifice bunt, but it's the same as an Israel to third base with 1 out for Weston Johnston, the leading RBI producer for the Hastings Sodbusters. Will come to the plate. Weston Johnston at .331. Tops on the team in doubles with 8. The 37 runs batted in, first on the team. Also leads the team in runs scored, and he can scoot a little bit. 9 out of 10 in stolen bases. Second on the team of the guys remaining. Drew Vega will be the stolen base champ for the year, but no longer with the Sodbusters. Pitch taken outside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Johnston getting the start at third base today. Rotates in there at the catcher's spot with Jude Greaves, who's behind the plate. Weston Johnston, .346 against Nebraska this year, 9 out of 26. Hit Hits this one in the air to center field, carrying well. That is going to bounce, and the center fielder can't make the play, so Johnston has at least 2. Hits the second base bag. He's going to try for 3. Here comes the throw. It's a stand-up triple for Weston Johnston. An all-or-nothing play there for Paul Schuyler. Once he did not make it, Johnston was thinking 3. He hustles out of the box, and the Sodbusters have an RBI triple for Weston Johnston and a 1-0 lead here in the home half of inning number 1. So Israel scoring. It was probably going to be deep enough to score the run anyway. I thought it was actually carrying better than it did. It kind of died at the end on Schuyler, and one reason he was unable to keep it in front. And now here's Brady Alexander trying to get that run home. Alexander tried to lay off and couldn't get it done. Strike 1 on Brady Alexander. Brady coming into today at .333, hitting .320 here at home. Couple of doubles, 6 runs batted in, 14 runs scored. .385 against the Prospects, 5 out of 13. And watches this one go by for strike 2. Brady for the homestand at .320, 8 out of 25. No balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball to a middle infielder can score another run here. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss at 1 up in his eyes. That's a disappointing outcome for Hastings. See if Cale Jensen can pick up his teammate and get that run home. An additional run here. So big strikeout there for Vondra, and has a chance to survive this first inning with just 1 run allowed now is Cale Jensen. Jensen, a special moment. He had his second Duncan Field homer. Hit the top of the wall about 400 feet away and bounced on over. Hits this one foul off his own foot. No balls and 1 strike. And speaking of hitting and feet, feel bad for Luke Causey. He took a pitched ball off his knee, the same knee he had battled an injury with earlier in the season, and not available today. Not sure if he's going to be able to play at Oahe or not, as fall is just around the corner and you want him healthy for Arkansas Tech. Unfortunate, because he was really swinging it well. Causey with a double and a triple yesterday before that occurrence and the 8-6 victory. No balls and a strike. Cale Jensen back at the plate now. Went 1 for 1 in that first game yesterday with his solo home run. You just wish there would have been a couple of more guys on. It may have been a different finish for game number 1 had that come later in the contest when he had an RBI chance. Count down 1 ball and 1 strike on Cale Jensen. Vondra, check of the runner and the pitch. Pretty good swing, fouled straight back. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Cale Jensen. Jensen, .250 with his 2 home runs, 2 triples, a double, 13 runs batted in. He had that 2 triple game against the Bison on Wednesday a week ago. Takes this pitch out of the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Bottom of the first, Hastings with 1 on the board already and looking for more. And Jensen trying to come through against the right-hander Gage Vondra. Vondra brings it home. Low, good stop there for Nikolai French, doing the catching for the Nebraska Prospects. And it's even up, 3 balls and 2 strikes on Cale Jensen, who's going to be taking his skills on to Illinois, Chicago. Field right in downtown Chicago, so what a neat opportunity for the guy who played high school ball in Central City. 3-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Jensen thought he had ball 4. Instead, he'll head back to the dugout, and Hastings settles for 1 run. On 2 hits, they will leave 1. We head to the second. Hastings 1. The Prospects nothing. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Blue Fork Kitchen features elevated comfort food in a family-friendly, fast casual environment. With a full menu, you can sit down for a nice meal or order online for pickup. From salads and wraps to burgers and steaks, Blue Fork Kitchen has your kind of food. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., with a special brunch buffet Sunday from 9 to 2 p.m. Blue Fork Kitchen is located in the Cimarron Plaza, 38th and Osborne Drive in Hastings. Like them on Facebook.
Make your next pit stop at the Coach's Corner. A friendly staff and a deep lineup of snacks. You can find Coach's Corner in North Hastings on Osborne Drive East. More than just a gas station, Coach's Corner is the place to get delicious pizza made fresh for you and your family. Don't take our word for it. It's so good it'll be featured at selected Sodbuster home games this season. For a convenient and clean experience, be sure to check out the new convenience store in North Hastings, Coach's Corner. Steve Stein, producer Mason Hinrichs, coming to you from Duncan Field as the Hastings Sodbusters have a 1-0 lead after one. Marcus Miller back out there to face 4, 5, and 6. Fleck, French, and Russell as Hastings trying to close the home schedule at 22-9. Another good year at Duncan Field. They're hitting better, about 16 points higher at this spacious ballpark. They're pitching at about 2 points better. And Hastings trying to close the home schedule on a high note, and they're probably going to need 2 road wins to assure themselves a playoff spot. Here comes Ripken Fleck, swinging and missing. No balls and a strike on Ripken Fleck. 338 for the year, 22 runs to lead the team. 6 for 18 against the Sodbusters, including a multi-hit game yesterday. 2 for 3 and a run scored in the first meeting. He also had a 2-hit game way back in the second contest on June 20th. Ripken Fleck down to the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Marcus Miller working a scoreless first. 0-2 pitch on the way. Taken high and outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes on Ripken Fleck, a Millard North grad who's now playing his college ball at Augustana. His brother Maddox Fleck, Division I guy at James Madison. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. Bouncing ball to the left side. Weston Johnston, third baseman, corrals it. Throw high. And it will be a throwing error, just too tall there for Tyler Welch. And Ripken Fleck aboard to open inning number 2. So Weston Johnston, a little bit of an airmail shot, and the Sodbusters have their first error of the contest. That'll bring up Nikolai French, catcher. So the Sodbusters given the prospects an opportunity, and Nebraska has its leadoff man aboard for the second straight inning. Ripken Fleck, he's not a guy you want to see out there because he has not been caught stealing yet this year. Pitch taken high and outside to French. South Dakota State guy, he's an Omaha West Side grad, hitting .204 for the summer, but much better against the Hastings Sodbusters. 2 multi-hit games and 6 out of 14 against Hastings. Big swing, no contact, 1 ball and 1 strike on Nikolai French. French also a pitching candidate. He's pitched 3 different times against the Sodbusters this year. Leads the team in being hit by pitches 5 times in 30 games. Bouncing ball to Johnson, a chance at redemption. Throws to second for 1, over to first. Not going to be in time. Israel with the turn, but there's no way they're getting Nikolai French. So good job for Johnson there. Put that last play behind him to get the lead runner. And runner at first and 1 man out now for Eli Russell. Russell, the third baseman. Ellsworth Community College, his playing site now. Formerly Southeast Community College. He's a Waverly High grad. Former Viking. And Eli Russell, hitting 103 on the year, does have a home run. 5 runs batted in, 5 runs scored. Has not had a hit in the Sodbuster series. He's 0 for 7. First time he's played in this 4-game set, but for the season, played in the first and third games. Hastings had won every game against the prospects until yesterday. As that pitch misses, now 2 balls and no strikes on Eli Russell. Sodbusters beat the prospects 7-1 on June 5th, took a 7-0 victory on June 20th. Won a 9-3 game on July 14th. As this pitch popped up, short right field, could be difficulty, but no. Coming on and making the play, it's Sodbuster Justin Crane for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up J.D. Moffitt. Moffitt getting his opportunity at the plate for the first time today. J.D. had a really good start against the Hastings Sodbusters. He was able to throw 4 innings, allowing 1 run on 3 hits. The pitch is taken for a ball. Struck out 3, walked 2, didn't hit anyone. He was the guy who got his team in the position to win the contest yesterday as They ended up defeating Hastings 3-1 in the first game of the doubleheader, and he hits this one to the right side for a base hit. So his debut at the plate, a good one. J.D. Moffitt get an opportunity to swing the bat, and he has a single. Runners at first and second, 2 outs now for Isaac Borges, doing just what he needs to do at this park or any other. Takes it the other way, and it's going to be Isaac Borges now at the plate, batting 176 with an RBI and 4 runs scored. 3 for 13 against the Sodbusters. Hits in 3 different games of this season series as the two teams began their season-ending 4-game series on Tuesday, with Hastings winning 13-3. And then the doubleheader yesterday after the Wednesday game was postponed. Nebraska winning 3-1, Hastings bouncing back for an 8-6 win. 1-0 Hastings on top. Prospects trying to tie it or take the lead if they can come through here with Isaac Borges. 0-1 pitch. Outside for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike on Borges, Southeast Community College guy. He's a Lincoln East grad. Lincoln East has become one of the dominant teams in Nebraska high school and Legion baseball over the last few years, taking some of the spotlight away from those Omaha Metro teams. Matter of fact, you look at the State American Legion tournament brackets. Pitch is just missing, 2 balls and a strike. Think of Omaha West Side, of Millard West, some of the big names not there. There are still some of the traditional powers like Millard South and Creighton Prep, but so many good players in the Metro. 2-1 delivery. And this one is hit high in the air to right field. Jackson Crane will have this measured, and he makes a couple of putouts here in the second inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 men left. We're to the bottom half of inning number 2. Hastings 1, Prospects nothing. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Hastings Sodbusters baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate wood bat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to HastingsSodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here. I feel better already.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
1-0. The Hastings Sodbusters will have the lead. They'll have Crane, Welsh, and Greaves to bat against Gage Vondra. Vondra making his Prospects College debut. So he's just coming off a season at Omaha West Side. And he'll be battling Crane, Welsh, and Greaves. Did a good job of surviving that first inning with only 1 run allowed. Hastings got an infield single from Israel. A wild pitch. Jet Hannaford with the grounder to the right side. Then Weston Johnston got a triple, so the Sodbusters had a run home, runner at third, only 1 man out. But Vondra able to strike out the 4 and 5 hitters, Alexander and Jensen, to avoid any more damage. Justin Crane will try to start the rally here in the second. Arkansas State Mountain home this past year. He's going to be headed back to Arkansas Tech. 242 batting average. I should say he is an Arkansas Tech guy. Got him and Jet Hannaford confused, but Jackson Crane batting .312 against Nebraska this year, 5 out of 16, 1 for 3 at RBI. Yeah, he is the guy that's going to be returning to Arkansas Tech after having a pretty solid spring with Arkansas State Mountain home at 12 runs batted in, at .300 batting average in 26 games. 1-1 the count on him on Jackson Crane. He had an electric start to his time with the Sodbusters this year. 2 triples in consecutive games. Good outfielder for this Sodbuster team, and swings and misses here. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Jackson Crane for Hastings, a business major. 242 with 5 doubles, 21 runs batted in, 18 runs scored. Leads the team in being hit by pitches, 14 for the year. Got plunked again yesterday. Pitch is taken high for ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hastings now has been hit 116 times. Also walked 238 times. Their strikeout total a bit higher at 325. 2-2 delivery, and that's missing outside. They appealed down to the first base umpire, Bill Biven, and he did not go. So Crane has worked it full against Gage Vondra. 1 run, 2 hits for the Sodbusters, 1 error, no runs, 2 hits for the Prospects, and no errors. We're in the bottom half of inning number 2, and the pitch. Low for ball 4. Jackson Crane works a leadoff walk, so each team has had its leadoff man aboard in each of their 2 at-bats. Here comes Tanner Welch. Welch, 3rd year with the Sodbusters. He's now a Hastings College grad, beginning his real estate license when he heads home to Arizona. 164 his batting average, a triple, 3 doubles, 13 runs batted in, 13 runs scored. Against Nebraska this year, 3 out of 19. He looked to get things going here today. During the homestand, he's hitting .217, 5 out of 23. This is the final game of 11 in a row at home. And Hastings going to have to go to Pier and find a way to win a couple of games. They had their way with the Oahe Zap over the last year plus, but then Oahe took 2 of 3 in an earlier series. Oahe's been playing really well. Sodbusters took the middle game of a 2-day, 3-game series. Lost 7-3, then won the first game of a doubleheader 11-4 before losing 10-4. Pitch is lined foul. 2 strikes the count on Tyler Welch. Sodbusters swept an early season 3-game series that ended up being pushed into 2 days because of rain. Winning 11-4, 10-3, and 4-1, the Sodbusters got off to a 9-0 start. They are 9 games above 500 now. They've never been 10 games over. They have been 9 games over on 8 different occasions. Can they finally find a way to get over that mark? Well, skies out in the air, short left field, long run for everybody, and that is going to fall. Valdivia couldn't get there, the left fielder. It looked like he maybe lost it a little bit as he came in and then stopped Kobe Hatcher. I'm not sure if he thought Valdivia had it handled. One way or the other, Welsh is aboard, runners at first and second, and nobody out for the Hastings Sodbusters here in inning number 2. And Jude Greaves steps to the plate. He may be asked to bunt right here. We'll see what Josh Printer has in store. Printer, the assistant coach at Arkansas State Mountain Home. That's in his home community. And Luke Causey is doing the first base coaching today. Causey, one of the better hitting first base coaches in the Independence League, as Causey battling that bum knee after he got hit on the knee by a pitch yesterday. He was off to a 2-for-2 start with a double and a triple in the second game of that doubleheader, but not in action today, and filling the role for Corey Caranda. The bunt attempt foul on Jude Greaves. He's already squaring to bunt, pulls the bat back and slaps it to the right side. It's caught by the second baseman. Throw to first, double play. So a liner trying to get it back up the middle, couldn't do so. Nice job there for Ripken Fleck, and Tyler Welsh got caught off the bag, so very quickly 2 outs. Greaves with the line out to the second baseman, and Welsh did not get a great read on it and could not retreat to first base. So it'll take a 2-out hit if the Sodbusters are going to get any more here in the second inning. They lead at 1-0. Chase Miller, number 9 hitter, up there, and takes a first pitch strike. Chase Miller for this season has a batting average of .210. He's .231 in the homestand, 6 out of 26, and he's .125 against the Nebraska Prospects, 2 out of 16 for the season. 0-1 delivery is taken outside. 1 ball and 1 strike on Chase Miller, Saginaw Valley State guy. Cardinals went 30-22 in this spring. After 2024 was special, they made an NCAA Division II Super Regional. 1-1 delivery on the outside corner for strike 2. Arkansas Tech, such a big part of this Sodbuster program, and now Saginaw Valley kind of becoming a new pipeline from the north, providing several players over the last few years. 1-2 delivery. Bouncing ball, headed back up the middle. Valdivia makes the stop, throws to first in time. Good job there for Mike Valdivia. So the Sodbusters get 2 on, but cannot score as Chase Miller goes down 6-3 on the putout. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. We head to the third. It's Hastings 1, the Prospects nothing. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Let's face it, we move our bodies around a lot. And sometimes things happen. A tweak, twist, pull, strain, ache, or pain. At Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care, their goal is to restore your mobility, keep you moving, and ensure your rehabilitation is effective, efficient, and stress-free. Do you suffer from headaches and neck pain, lower back, or sciatica? Call Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care today. Start to discover wellness through chiropractic care. Fisk Chiropractic Sports Clinic.com. Start feeling better now. There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
We head to the top half of the third inning. Hastings on top 1-0, 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for Hastings, no runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Prospects as Hastings sending Marcus Miller back out to the hill. So far so good for Marcus after throwing 28 pitches in getting through a rough first inning yesterday. He's thrown 33 pitches to get through 2 innings today. And he'll be facing the top of the order, Schuyler, Valdivia, and Perrin. It's kind of surprising that there's only been 1 run scored. Each team has had its leadoff man aboard in all 4 at-bats. So a lot of times that means good things, but the defenses have done the job, and pitchers have worked around jams. It's the Hastings Sodbusters looking to close out the home schedule with a 22nd victory here at Duncan Field. They've lost only 9. As Mr. Miller, Marcus on the mound and brings it home, and this one hit hard but foul. Paul Schuyler had a single his first time up but was never moved. A fly out, a strikeout, and a line out ended the first inning. The Prospects getting a man aboard on the error in the second inning, and then they would get a 2-out single but nothing more against Miller in inning number 2. 0-1 delivery taken outside. 1 ball and 1 strike on Paul Schuyler. Schuyler didn't play the first 2 games, the early season contest, the 5th and the 20th. Joined the team after that and has been a fixture in this lineup. A UNO guy takes the pitch on the outside corner for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Paul Schuyler. Has played in every game against the Sodbusters since then and hitting 6 out of 15 now. Bouncing ball back up the middle. Chase Miller plays it perfectly, throws to first right on the money. 1 out here in the third inning. Chase Miller's really done a nice job stabilizing that position. You kind of wondered after Hastings lost its everyday shortstop who would fill up that role, who would get the playing time, and it's almost been Miller every day, and he has done a really good job. Mike Valdivia steps to the plate, the opposing shortstop, taking ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Mike, who flew out to left his first time up. He's been one of their top hitters this year. Against the Sodbusters, he has struggled, though, until now, as he lines this one back up the middle. Before that hit from Mike Valdivia, just 3 out of 19, so now 4 out of 20 on the year against the Hastings Sodbusters with a 1-out single, and Jacob Perrin will bat now for the Prospects. Jacob Perrin, 20 runs batted in to pace the team. A strikeout victim of Marcus Miller his first time out. That is his lone strikeout. Bouncing ball foul, no balls and 1 strike. Hastings Sodbusters lead it 1-0. Top half of inning number 3. Marcus Miller back on the 14th was the starting pitcher against this squad. 0-1 delivery is taken outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Worked 5 2/3 innings that day. He pitched against the Prospects yesterday Game 2 of that doubleheader. Gave up 3 unearned runs in that contest in 1 inning just to kind of work out the kinks after getting some stitches in his foot when the lawnmower won the battle since our last homestand. 2 balls and 1 strike here as the Hastings Sodbusters own a 1-0 lead. This pitch is bounced to the left side. Miller comes off the mound, will throw, and that's not going to be in time. The bouncing ball down the third base line, and Jacob Perrin beats out an infield single. So first and second, only 1 man out, and the prospects looking to take the lead as they'll have Kobe Hatcher and Ripken Fleck trying to find a way to put some runs on the board against this Hastings defense. Marcus Miller had a start against the prospects back on June 20th. Went 7 2/3 innings, picked up the victory, allowed only 1 hit in that contest. Maybe his best outing of the year. Pitch is fouled away. Already the prospects have 4 hits today. That day, Marcus was something special. Tied a season high with 10 strikeouts in that contest. Also had 10 strikeouts against Oahe back on May 27th. 0-1 delivery. This one is bounced foul. Marcus does a little bit of everything. A guy who is a professional disc golfer. Now a PE major. He'll finish up his degree in the spring. Coaches the junior team, the Hastings Legion. They wrapped up their season in area tournament play. Mentioned the fact he does mowing on the side, but maybe not now. Pitch taken upstairs. Hat flies off the second time today. 1 ball and 1 strike on Kobe Hatcher. But yeah, pro disc golfer. You don't meet very many of those, or at least I hadn't until I met Marcus Miller. First and second, 1 man out. The prospects looking to get on the board as Hatcher stands the right-handed box, and Miller checks the runner, brings the pitch home, way outside. Again, Miller loses the hat. I usually don't see him lose his balance like that and see the hat come flying off. Just not quite in control at this time, and maybe that wind, it's a seemingly fairly light wind coming straight in from center. I wouldn't think that would be a factor. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Kobe Hatcher as Miller, big batter here in the course of this game as the pitch is swung on and missed. Big strikeout there. Hatcher goes down for the second out. That's the fact that was the number 4 hitter. Hatcher striking out. If Hatcher finds a way to get Miller, the rally is really in full swing here for the prospects, but now Miller getting him and a chance to get out of this with no damage done, although he'll have to deal with the tough hitting Ripken Fleck, who's at .338 on the year. The team best 22 runs scored. Watches this one go by for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Ripken Fleck. Has hit Hastings about as well as any of these prospects. Now 6 out of 19 after reaching on the air his first time up. Runners go. Pitch swung on and missed. Throw down to third base, no good. It bounces away. There's not going to be any chance for advancement here as Weston Johnston got hung up with Valdivia at third, and hopefully Weston's okay. And those two will exchange a moment. Nothing malicious there. Johnston just trying to keep it from going into left field on that short hop. So Valdivia at third, Perrin at second now. And any old hit to the outfield. Prospects likely get the lead. 1 ball and 1 strike to count on Ripken Fleck. So Marcus Miller trying to find a way out of trouble here in the third. Hastings getting a run in the first. The prospects runners at second and third here in the top half of inning number 3. Pretty focused group of prospects. They know the situation for Hastings, and they would love to spoil the playoff hopes of the Hastings Sodbusters. And plus, it's the final game for their head coach, Gabe Shemwell. He had got an opportunity to go on a special fishing trip with his father, so they're going to have a fill-in coach for the games at Fremont tomorrow and Sunday. Pitch taken upstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Gabe did say he wanted to come today to be here for the guys who have gone with him through thick and thin, as it's a road-only team, and they have made some tough road trips to Casper, Spearfish, Oahe, play a lot of games at Fremont. Another one of these teams that play only road games. 2-2 pitch on the way, hit hard to center field. Hastings gonna make the play with Brady Alexander, and the prospects are turned away. No runs. 2 hits, 2 men left. We have in the bottom half of inning number 3. It's Hastings 1, Prospects nothing. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Core CPAs is your locally owned, full-service accounting firm. Our team of professionals have years of accounting experience and focus on building in-depth relationships with our clients. Our comprehensive and customized solutions are tailored to your specific needs. We pride ourselves in our commitment to integrity, objectivity, and professionalism. At Core CPAs, we provide tax services, payroll, bookkeeping, assurance and financial reporting, and much more. Visit our website at corecpas.us.
At Hastings College, we celebrate all the ways you shine. From more than 20 athletic teams to band, choir, theater, and art, plus esports, creative writing, speech, and media. Join in to earn a scholarship and find your people, the friends you'll hang out and have fun with. It's what makes Hastings great. So check out Hastings College, where your experience matters, in the classroom and in the activities you love to do. Visit us at hastings.edu.
At the bottom half of inning number 3, Hastings will have the top of the order up there against Gage Vondra. Vondra making his prospects debut. Pretty good one. The Omaha West Side grad. Going to be taking his skills on to Dordt College, NAI, in the GPAC Conference. Israel, Hannaford, and Johnston trying to find a way to get some runs put together. That's part of the lineup. Able to get the run home in the first inning with an infield single from Israel, an RBI triple from Johnston. And here's Max Israel for the Hastings Sodbusters. Israel put on the roster just in time so he can play in the playoffs, as Hastings is losing some guys, so they're going to be short on position players. But finding Max Israel, and he was able to make the trip and get on the roster. They actually put him on the lineup card on the last possible day, even though he wasn't in the stadium at the time, and then they had to make a substitution. And hits this one high in the air. It's over the right fielder's head. Israel will have extra bases. He hits the second base bag, headed for 3. He will have himself a stand-up triple. Max Israel, who himself says he's just a singles kind of guy. Well, the prospects may have heard that because Jacob Perrin could not get back on it in time. And how about Max Israel? He's got a little pop as well, taking it the other way with some power for Max Israel. 2 for 2 today, a 3-hit game yesterday. And Jet Hannaford trying to bring that runner home from third base with nobody out. Pitch at the letters for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike to Jet Hannaford, who had a really good at-bat his first time up. He grounded it to the right side to move up Israel to third base, and he would score on the RBI triple from Weston Johnston. So 2 triples in the game for the Hastings Sodbusters. This is a triples kind of park. Pitch outside, it's by the catcher. It takes a pretty good hop. Throw back, not going to be in time. Boy, you were kind of holding your breath there. That bounced a long way back, but Nikolai French couldn't get much on his throw. And Israel scores on the wild pitch, so the Sodbusters take a 2-0 lead. And now the base is empty for Jet Hannaford. 1 ball and 1 strike on Jet Hannaford. Hannaford, he is an Arkansas State Mountain home guy. And pops this one up into right field. Right fielder makes the call and makes the catch. Jacob Perrin gets underneath that one for the first out here in the 3rd inning. And now it's going to be Sodbuster Weston Johnston. Johnston trying to chase down Luke Causey for the team lead in triples. He was able to smash his 5th, but Luke, with a couple of recent triples, now has 6 on the year. Home run battle has been a good one as well, as Cale Jensen has caught Luke Causey. Both of those guys with 2 home runs, Sodbusters with 5, but 19 triples and make it 21 with the 2 today. An amazing number of triples for the year. They have 51 doubles. Pitch called a strike to Weston Johnston. increasing his team lead in runs batted in with his 38th back in inning number 1. So the top of the order getting it done as Max Israel has 2 hits and 2 runs scored. Bouncing ball to the left side. Third baseman's got it. The set, the throw to first in time. Good job there for Eli Russell. There are 2 outs. Brady Alexander trying to ignite a 2-out rally. The Ohio Bobcat will step in. A supply chain management major at Ohio. Played for the Pittsburgh Diamond Dogs travel team in high school. Big Pirates and Steelers fan. His favorite major league team, though, the Red Sox. Hits this one high in the air to right center field. And that will not be a problem for Paul Schuyler. The leadoff triple, the wild pitch scores the run. 3 up, 3 down after that. The Sodbusters lead it 2-0 after 3. And this is Sodbuster Baseball.
Core CPAs is your locally owned, full-service accounting firm. Our team of professionals have years of accounting experience and focus on building in-depth relationships with our clients. Our comprehensive and customized solutions are tailored to your specific needs. We pride ourselves in our commitment to integrity, objectivity, and professionalism. At Core CPAs, we provide tax services, payroll, bookkeeping, assurance and financial reporting, and much more. Visit our website at corecpas.us.
Make your next pit stop at the Coach's Corner. A friendly staff and a deep lineup of snacks. You can find Coach's Corner in North Hastings on Osborne Drive East. More than just a gas station, Coach's Corner is the place to get delicious pizza made fresh for you and your family. Don't take our word for it. It's so good it'll be featured at selected Sodbuster home games this season. For a convenient and clean experience, be sure to check out the new convenience store in North Hastings, Coach's Corner. Head to the 4th inning as Sodbusters lead it by a score of 2-0. 2 runs, 4 hits for Hastings, no runs, 4 hits for the Prospects, and Marcus Miller back out there. So far, so good. Pitching shutout baseball for the Hastings Sodbusters, and Marcus, through the first 3 innings, 52 pitches thrown, 34 of them have been strikes. Allowing no runs on 4 hits, he struck out 2. His counterpart, Gage Vondra, has now thrown 40 pitches and allowed the 2 runs on 4 hits, striking out 2 and walking 1. Hastings, good fundamental baseball. They get the leadoff single in the first, a wild pitch, a ground out, and a triple to get him home. And then in inning number 3, leadoff triple from Israel, comes home on a wild pitch. I say small ball, but it's hard to say small ball when you've got 2 triples. Here's Nikolai French, fielder's choice grounder, his first time up. French standing in the right-handed box, playing the catcher's spot for this prospect squad, and Marcus Miller brings it home. Big swing, no contact for Nikolai French. No balls and a strike on the South Dakota State guy, the Coyote. Omaha West Side, couple of multi-hit games against the Hastings Sodbusters. And now 6 for 15 on the season against Hastings. Swing and a miss, no balls and 2 strikes. Not many guys have done better than that. The team batting average against Hastings just .205, so he's hit Hastings pitchers about as well as anybody. 0-2 delivery on the way. Hit high in the air to left field. That's trouble because the sun is playing a factor, but Chase Miller will retreat and make the play. Fortunately, that did not carry much further than that, because you saw the uh-oh moment for Jet Hannaford, who put his hand over his eyes trying to get a look at it. I don't know if he caught sight of it or not. He did come running in, but it was Chase Miller's ball all the way anyway, and so there's 1 man out. Here comes Eli Russell. He's the beer batter, and the Sodbusters have a lot of candidates who probably would enjoy that today. It is nearly a full house here at Duncan Field. Got to make Scott Galusha happy. He's out and shaking hands today. Swing and a miss for Eli Russell. 0 for 1 of the game. Flew out to right his first time up. As Russell still looking for his first hit against the Sodbusters this season. He's 0 for 8. Pitch misses for ball 1. Sodbusters still have Jude Greaves behind the plate. Tyler Welsh at first. Max Israel at second. Shortstop is Chase Miller, and at third base, Weston Johnston. 1-1 pitch on the way. Bouncing ball in play. Weston Johnston's got it. The third baseman throws to first in time. 2 up, 2 down. Fans are disappointed, but they shouldn't be because Hastings needed an out. And you'll take that to preserve the pitch count for Marcus Miller, who's over 50 pitches so far in the game. No action behind him as he continues to put up zeros. And it'll be J.D. Moffitt. Moffitt making his debut at the plate earlier in this game, and he's hitting 1,000. 1 for 1, the best hitter in Prospects history. An opportunity, and a guy who's worn a variety of numbers this year. Sometimes I see him in 22. He was 27 when he was the starting pitcher yesterday. They've had uniform issues with the Nebraska Prospects. Swing and a miss here. Quickly 2 strikes on J.D. Moffitt. Moffitt, Northeast Community College, a Millard West product. Millard West, another of the programs which has had great success in Nebraska high school and Legion baseball. 0-2 delivery on the way. Called strike 3. So J.D. Moffitt's second at-bat. A called strikeout. I don't think he necessarily agreed with the call. And 1-2-3. Go the Prospects in the 4th. Hastings on top 2-0. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Blue Fork Kitchen features elevated comfort food in a family-friendly, fast casual environment. With a full menu, you can sit down for a nice meal or order online for pickup. From salads and wraps to burgers and steaks, Blue Fork Kitchen has your kind of food. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., with a special brunch buffet Sunday from 9 to 2 p.m. Blue Fork Kitchen is located in the Cimarron Plaza, 38th and Osborne Drive in Hastings. Like them on Facebook.
Hastings Sodbusters baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate woodbat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to hastingssodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
At the bottom half of inning number 4, the Hastings Sodbusters lead it 2-0. A run in the first, a run in the third, and they will have 5, 6, and 7 hitters up there. Cale Jensen, Justin Crane, and Tyler Welsh against Gage Vondra. Vondra through the 3 innings, throwing 40 pitches, allowing the 2 runs on 4 hits. Striking out 2 and walking 1. Much the fact Vondra playing for Omaha West Side, it is unusual. West Side there for a while was a high school and Legion baseball power, but as you look at the pairings in Class A on the senior level, some of those suburb schools are coming to the forefront. Jensen hits this one high in the air to right field, carrying pretty well toward the foul line, and that will be a foul ball. As good hustle over for Jacob Parrott. 1 strike to count on Cale Jensen. Say it's unusual not to see Omaha West Side or Millard West in the state tournament, but schools like Gretna East, Omaha West View, and Bennington all in Class A state competition this year. Relatively new programs. Bennington's not new, but they've just exploded population-wise, and moderately new to Class A Legion baseball. Cale Jensen down to the count, and we'll pop this one in foul territory. Will this be playable? No, it's going to get just out of play. It complicates things if you're a first baseman like J.D. Moffitt, who had to come off the bag and then the turf slants away. For obvious reasons, you want the playing surface to stay dry, so that is part of the way it does stay dry, is the slope that heads away and out to the outfield and foul territory. As the count now goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Cale Jensen, first man to bat here in the 4th inning, and I'm not sure how much first base Moffitt has played. Again, he was a kind of a pitcher-only guy in the lineup today because this time of year you do what you do. Hastings Sodbusters will have 9 position players available to go to Owyhee, so we'll be a little bit short-handed. Pitch fouled away, still 2-2 on Cale Jensen, the Central City High School graduate. as the Central City Senior Legion team in action today. They won their district opener. Bouncing ball to the right side. Second baseman's got it, and the throw out from Ripken Fleck. One out here in the fourth, and Jackson Crane will bat for the Hastings Sodbusters. Jackson Crane stands in the right-handed box. He walked his first time up. Sodbusters had first and second, nobody out, but a line-out throw-out double play ended that threat. Hastings scoring their runs in the odd innings so far today. We're in the fourth now, and the curveball across for a strike. One strike to count on Jackson Crane, the business major, out of Russellville, Arkansas. 4 multi-hit games, including 2 3-hit games for Crane. Swings and misses here. He's quickly down to the count against Gage Vondra. Nikolai French doing the catching. J.D. Moffitt at first. Ripken Fleck at second. Third baseman's Eli Russell on the shortstop. Mike Valdivia. The outfielders, it's Kobe Hatcher in left field. Center fielder Paul Schuyler. And in right field, Jacob Perrin, as we going to get a chance to hear from Scott Galusha, owner general manager, as this one hit into center field. That's a single for Jackson Crane. So 1-out single, and the Sodbusters with a 2-0 lead and looking for more here in inning number 4.
What did the leadoff guy do? I know he got out, but what happened?
A ground ball to the second baseman.
Gotcha, okay. Isn't this beautiful?
Yep, and a nice crowd. The regular season home finale. I figured you'd just be shaking hands the whole night. I didn't know if we'd see you today.
I had to grill.
Okay.
I grilled 900 hot dogs.
All right, life is good.
Yeah, it's one of those things where my dad taught me in 1984 when he had his own business. He said, never ask somebody to do something that you wouldn't do. So I opened my mouth and said, grilled hot dogs are much better.
Oh, yeah.
And so then I just got done grilling 900 of them.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a little warm by the grill, but now I get to do my thing, and I wanted to come up and say hi to you, thank some people, watch a little baseball from the air condition, and then I got a couple special shout-outs to do today. So off to a pretty good start. I haven't seen a whole lot of it, but I see 2-0 on the good side.
And Max Israel, oh my gosh, the guy that, okay, let's just scramble to get a warm body. Single, triple for him, and 2 runs scored. The guy who we heard the head coach, Josh, talking yesterday about the fact that Max said, I'm just kind of a singles guy, put the ball in play. Hey, you're perfect for Duncan Field, and then he drills one over the right fielder's head in his second at bat today.
He the best part about it is he's come in and just fit right in, and that's the coolest part about what we do. You guys don't get to see that like I do sometimes in the dugout with all these guys that just they just have a gift of we're all on the same team, and now you're one of us. And so he's stepped in seamlessly, and it's been great, and I'm happy for him to see a little success as well.
Welch pops it up, and the catcher makes the call and will make the catch. Fortunate that he didn't trip over his own mask there, as it fell right at his feet. And there are 2 outs in the inning with the runner at first base and Jude Greaves coming up.
Such a hard play, and he made it look pretty easy, but really his first baseman or his third baseman ought to help him out, but both those guys were watching.
Yeah. And it didn't have the height. I don't think either guy could have gotten there for Nikolai French, as he had to make that play in pretty short order. Jude Greaves, a line out to the second baseman, his first time up, and one of the tougher plays of the game where the Sodbusters had first and second, and they took the bunt off. Greaves tried to smash it back up the middle, did so, but it was in the air and ended up being a 4-3 line-out throw-out double play.
But it was hit hard?
Yeah, got decent contact on it, but
Gotcha.
Just couldn't quite get it in the right spot. 1 ball and no strikes to count on Jude Greaves of the Hastings Sodbusters on top 2-0. And here's the pitch. High and tight, 2 balls and no strikes on Jude Greaves. Good crowd, maybe the best of the year.
I think so.
Yeah.
I haven't looked yet, but just when I walked back and forth and told every section, thank you, I definitely think this is the biggest crowd of the night. So I'm guessing north of 8, maybe 9 when you start getting as many tickets as we had out there today. So it's really nice. Ended up being a beautiful evening, and what a nice way to finish. And hopefully we're going to be back on Tuesday.
Yep, all comes down to the final weekend, and really that's all you can ask. And you love the parity in the Independence League. I mean, all 5 teams were alive until Nebraska knocked out Fremont late last week, and now there's still 4 teams fighting for the 2 spots. Of course, Spearfish in. We've tried to set some scenarios, but basically the simplest thing to do is win all 3 and go to the playoffs. And other than that, there's all kinds of other possibilities.
Yeah, I've got that question about 100 plus times today. And but it's neat that we have, it's just fun to play meaningful games down the stretch. And it's a testament to these kids in our community that we bring 800-900 people out here on a Friday night. So it's a lot of fun. This is what we strive for, and just a great night. And so far, we're off to a good start. Need to continue to take advantage of opportunities.
See if Chase Miller can come through with 2 outs. He grounded to the shortstop his first time up. 2 runs, 5 hits for the Sodbusters. No runs, 4 hits for the Prospects as they come in juiced because they know that they have a chance to put a big damper on the party here. And it's also the final game for Gabe Shemwell, who's got a trip planned with his dad for fishing, so he's not going to be coaching in Fremont, so he even had more juice for this one.
Yeah, he does. I talked to him a little bit, and, I found out after that, Gabe didn't tell me he was leaving tomorrow, or he told me he was leaving tomorrow. But then when one of my favorite people, Jim Bovey, walked by, and I was grilling, and I said, "What are you doing here? What are you doing at my grill?" And he's like, "You know how close I came to coaching the Prospects today?"
Oh,
and I
wow.
said, "Well, that would have been fun because I'd have put a uniform on and went right over to another dugout because we've had some fun times over the years. I've known Jim, and what a wonderful guy, and congratulations to him on his retirement. And now he gets to go chase his son and daughter around, watching them be successful. So, but yeah, he almost until Gabe got a chance to get his fishing trip postponed till tomorrow, he was ready to go. So it was fun.
2-1 the count on Chase Miller as he tries to battle away. A hit. Could get a run home. Jackson Crane at second base. Jude Greaves at first. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Decent job here for Gage Vondra, high school grad, making his Prospects debut.
Yeah, they had a couple guys go home today, so I think they're a little on the thin side. And they're having fun this weekend at Fremont. They're playing their version of banana ball. I'm not sure if they're doing it both days or not, but that's fun. Everybody likes to ooh.
Chase Miller takes a called third strike here to end the inning. We'll just keep it here with Scott.
Yeah,
not sure.
And I'm not going to be here very long. But again, if I got family out there watching, thank you very much. Last home game tonight's been a lot of work. It goes fast, but I really appreciate everybody's support of that because I couldn't do it without you guys all being on board with that. So first of all, thank you to my family. My wife is here tonight with some friends, which is fun. But last night I got a chance to meet Brady Alexander's mom.
Oh, awesome.
Great aunt. I flipped her a bunch of crap, but great aunt. Sandy, I believe. I'm not sure, a lot of names. And then 2 cousins. But she told me that Brady's grandma watches every single game.
Oh, awesome.
And I told her that if she sent me the name, I would give her a shout-out. She says she's our greatest fan. I don't know. I'm going to have to see if I can prove that somewhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones.
Yes, but Bill and Carol Fulton of Pittsburgh are Brady's grandparents, and they watch every game, and they think they are the #1 fan. I think that is a pretty highly contested thing. I know
Michigan folks are pretty, I'll tell you what, the Ethan Marshall's folks were.
They were into it. Yeah, it's a tough fight. But
Jarvis's parents, but Ryan left us, so.
Ryan, you're out.
Yeah, he's dead to me now.
I got a nice text from Ryan the other day, by the way, so it was nice to hear from Ryan. He's such a great kid. But, this is just a big family, and we just want to welcome Alexander to the family. I know he wasn't here the whole time, but they did a great job, and he does a great kid. We've offered him to come back. We'll see. Only time will tell on those things, but we sure think he's a Sodbuster kind of player, and really proud of everybody, and so proud of our staff. We had another good year, a difficult year at times, and trying at times definitely from a weather standpoint, but our staff is incredible. You included, Mason, Noah, Connor. Tyson Havronik has kind of stepped into more of a full-time role, done a great job. And, of course, the Frew brothers. None of this happens without Brian Frew and his family's vision for this. And, really, this is what he wants. This is what we all wanted to see is 800-900 people in here, and it's a fun atmosphere. So, again, guys, I get way more credit when things go right and when they go wrong like a quarterback. But I'm backed by the best staff in the league for sure. And and we just continue to do it the right way, and I'm really proud of that. So thank you to you all.
Hey, no problem. It's a lot of fun, and if you're sticking around, great. If you need to go grill more hot dogs, that job is done.
No,
What's next?
I'm gonna
Serving
try
beer?
No. We've got it under control, I think.
Okay.
I guess famous last word. I'm gonna go do what I'm supposed to do, which is go thank people.
All right.
And try to watch a little baseball. So Steve, I love visiting with you. Such a professional, such a great job doing this, and the only thing bad about I don't get a chance to listen to you very often because mostly I'm here. But I know you do a great job, and I know my whole family likes hearing you. So thanks for all you do. Really appreciate you being part of what we are.
All right, Scott Galusha, owner GM, tremendous job for him, and what a great crowd and a nice night. Isaac Borges with the ground out to begin the top half of the fifth inning, 2-0. Sodbusters continue to lead it. Nice job for Tyler Welch to hang in there. Got it knocked down, didn't field it cleanly, but able to step on the bag. There's one out, and Marcus Miller continues to roll right along, putting up zeros. This pitch hit to the right center field gap. That is trouble. That's going to fall. Nice job for Jackson Crane to cut it off and keep Paul Schuyler to a single. He's got another multi-hit game against the Sodbusters. Back-to-back multi-hit games after the 2-for-3 two-run scored game in the second contest yesterday. It's 2-for-3 in this one. A one-out single. Sodbusters continue to lead it 2-0. A run in the first, a run in the third. Hits are even at 5 with Schuyler amassing 2 of those. And here comes Mike Valdivia, who's 1 for 2. So big shout out to Brady Alexander's grandparents in Pittsburgh. We'll call them the #1 fans. We don't know any better, so yes, we'll, by golly, we appreciate you watching. It's fun, and I'll tell you what, if you didn't hear the Brady Alexander interview, you can check it out on Spotify, one of the more articulate individuals we had a chance to talk to this year. It seems like he's got his head on straight. Brady Alexander, the supply chain management major. Try to carry baseball as far as it'll go, but has got his academics in line as well. Mike Valdivia at the plate. It's 2-0. Hastings on top. Valdivia, Iowa Western, his college now. Millard West, his high school. And a lefty-lefty matchup as Marcus Miller brings it home. Pitch fouled back. Valdivia down in the count now. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Valdivia. Marcus Miller trying to make his way through 5 and qualify for the victory. Pitched 28 pitches yesterday, so if you pitch under 30, you can come back with no rest, but you would think that maybe would limit him a little bit today. Can he go 100? I don't know. Seems to suffer no ill effects from his mowing injury. So he got some stitches in his foot. The mower always wins, just a hint for you. 2 runs, 5 hits for the Sodbusters. No runs, 5 hits for the Prospects. 1 out, 1 on in the top half of inning number 5. And Miller, a step and throw to first. Paul Schuyler had that read very well and didn't have much of a lead. Schuyler, good speed, 5 out of 6 in stolen bases this year. They're at 81% with 56 stolen bases. The Sodbusters, of course, have played more games, and they have been good stealing bases at an 83% clip, 116 stolen bases. Swing and a miss. Miller gets Valdivia. 4th strikeout of the game for Marcus Miller, and it'll be up to Jacob Perrin to continue the inning. Perrin 1 for 2. So some opportunities for the Prospects, but Miller's done a great job of shutting those chances down, and we'll see if he can continue that trend here as the right fielder Jacob Perrin up there. Perrin has struggled against the Sodbusters overall. 3 out of 19. Here's the pitch. Bounced foul. No balls and 1 strike way out in front of that first offering. Perrin didn't play in the doubleheader yesterday. Went 0 for 4 in the first game of the series on Tuesday. They preemptively postponed Wednesday, thinking the weather looked bad, and it turned out to be really bad where I live up in Grand Island. I'm not sure if it really ever got here. Bouncing ball to the left side. Chase Miller's got it. Throw to second for 1, and a good job for Miller to get it over to the second baseman Israel. The forced play to retire Schuyler. Perrin ends the inning with a fielder's choice grounder, and we head to the bottom half of inning number 5. Hastings 2, Prospects nothing. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here. I feel better already.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Head to the bottom half of the fifth inning. Sodbusters looking for more, leading it 2-0, and this is just where they want to be in the batting order. Max Israel's 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored, and he leads things off. An infield single in the first, a triple in the third, and the guy has been a tremendous addition to this team. Drew Vega found out late that he was not going to be here for the final week, so trying to scramble for another position player, if nothing else, for the playoffs. And Max Israel has stepped right in and started hot. Hopefully he can just keep it on rolling, and he hit one over the right fielder's head his last time up for the triple after beginning the game with a single. Pops this one down the right field line and foul. No balls and a strike on Max Israel. Max, the first game with the Sodbusters, going 1 for 3 with an RBI and 2 runs scored. Then 3 for 4, 2 RBIs and a run scored. So you play on only 2 games and already have 3 RBIs and 3 runs scored and 3 stolen bases. So showing a little bit of speed as well. The product of the College of St. Scholastica in Duluth. He is from Cottage Grove, Minnesota. Coming here where it's warm, except it's not. 79 degrees. This is gorgeous. It feels like summer Minnesota weather, I would guess. Pitch is taken low for 1 ball and 1 strike. Max Israel, starting second baseman for the Sodbusters, and into the leadoff spot for the first time. He's batted down low in the order first couple of times. Swings and misses here. Goes after 1 up in his eyes. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Really nice debut for Gage Vondra. Vondra playing the good competition in the Metro during his high school days and getting his first start for the college Nebraska prospects. 1-2 delivery is outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Max Israel with Hannaford and Johnston to bat. Sodbusters have 5 hits, 2 triples among their 5 hits in the first 4 innings. Good crowd here at Duncan Field. Here's the pitch. Just misses outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Of course, great to have Scott Galusha on the broadcast, owner, general manager. And one guy, I'm not sure if he mentioned Ryan Valenta. Ryan is actually off for these last 2 regular season broadcasts. He had a prior commitment, so we say hey to Ryan Valenta, who's done a great job broadcasting the Sodbusters throughout the course of this summer. Swing and a miss as Max Israel goes down to begin the inning, and here's Jet Hannaford. Hannaford 0 for 2, a ground out and a flyout, his first 2 appearances against Gage Vondra. Sodbusters have had base runners in every inning, scoring in the odd inning so far, trying to continue that trend here. It'll take a 1-out rally. And the pitch, Hannaford hits this one right back up the middle for a base hit. So Hannaford aboard with 1 out, and that generally means good things. We'll see if they turn him loose against Nikolai French. Certainly a stolen base candidate with Weston Johnston coming to the plate, although do you need to be in scoring position? When you're in scoring position for Weston Johnston, who is a good extra base guy. The one thing missing from his resume for the Hastings Sodbusters is a home run, but 4 triples, make it 5 triples now with his earlier one, leading the team with 8 doubles. And tops on the team in runs batted in as he had another one of those in the first inning. Watches this one go by for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike on Weston Johnston. Texas Rangers fan. He's from Van Alstyne, Texas. And majoring in ag business. Wants to get into the crop insurance field, or that's what his dad does anyway. Throw over to first base. Jet Hannaford may be going sooner than later as he dives back in. Had a decent lead. We'll see if they turn Jet loose. He has been successful 11 times in 12 tries. Moderate lead does not go. Pitch bounced to the right side. Fielded by the second baseman, underhand toss. Ripken Fleck, no problem there to get Weston Johnston. That does advance the runner, and it'll be up to Brady Alexander to try to bring him home. Any hit to the outfield, the Sodbusters can tack on here as Jet can scoot. Alexander tries to get things going here. He's 0 for 2 in this contest. 333 coming into today. A couple of doubles, 6 runs batted in after he hit 305 for the Plainsmen before putting on the different colored green jersey. Today it happens to be black. Off-speed pitch right across. Strike one on Brady Alexander. Again, a lot of family in the Pittsburgh area. He's a Steelers and Pirates fan. But number one baseball team is the Red Sox. 0-1 delivery. Off-speed. High and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Pirates have had their moments, but, overall a much more tradition-rich program and more success certainly in recent years for the Red Sox. So growing up, you kind of like to root for a winner. Don't ask me why I root for the Mariners. Bouncing ball to the right side. The second baseman, Ripken Flex, got it. Alexander will be out to end the 5th. The Sodbusters get a 1-out single, but no more as we head to the 6th inning. Hastings 2, Prospects nothing. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
At Hastings College, we celebrate all the ways you shine. From more than 20 athletic teams to band, choir, theater, and art, plus esports, creative writing, speech, and media. Join in to earn a scholarship and find your people, the friends you'll hang out and have fun with. It's what makes Hastings great. So check out Hastings College, where your experience matters, in the classroom and in the activities you love to do. Visit us at hastings.edu.
Core CPAs is your locally owned, full-service accounting firm. Our team of professionals have years of accounting experience and focus on building in-depth relationships with our clients. Our comprehensive and customized solutions are tailored to your specific needs. We pride ourselves in our commitment to integrity, objectivity, and professionalism. At Core CPAs, we provide tax services, payroll, bookkeeping, assurance and financial reporting, and much more. Visit our website at corecpas.us.
Head of the 6th inning, Hastings Sodbusters on top 2-0. 2 runs, 6 hits for Hastings. No runs, 5 hits for the Nebraska Prospects. Really well played game. Hastings has the only error of the contest. And both teams have had their opportunities. Hastings has taken advantage somewhat, as Hastings is now stranded 6. Hastings is stranded 5. The Prospects have stranded 6 in the game. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 up for Nebraska. And Marcus Miller, working his way through the first 5 innings, continues to put zeros on the board. He's thrown 69 pitches, 49 of them have been strikes. He's now struck out 4 while allowing the 5 hits. Big stat, 0 free passes. You do that here at Duncan Field, you've got a chance to be in most games. Let your fielders do the work, and Hastings has pretty decent defense. Pitch swung on and missed, although I would not like to be out in left field as we see Jet Hannaford with the sunglasses on, still puts that glove up just about at every pitch to try to get a good look. And this one is going to be skied in the air to short right field. Brady Alexander will make the call and make the catch. He is the center fielder, moving over a little bit into the gap to retire Kobe Hatcher. Hatcher 0 for 3. It'll bring to the plate Ripken Fleck. Fleck reached on an error his first time up, then lined out to center to end the 3rd. We're now in inning number 6. Dare we say, I'm not even going to say it. Oh, sure, why not? There's no such thing as a baseball jinx. Pitch is missing for ball 1. It's a pretty fast-moving game here at Duncan Field as the Hastings Sodbusters do own a 2-0 lead. And the right-handed hitting Ripken Fleck glares from all around in the broadcast booth. I can feel Connor and Noah seething, and Mason is just glaring because you never say that. But I do. We're hoping to play 12 here today. It's night like tonight. You want to get as much baseball as you can. Bouncing ball to the left side. Weston Johnston throws to first in time. Good job and a good stretch there for the Sodbuster first baseman Tyler Welch. 2-0. Sodbusters on top. Really nice job for Weston Johnston to gun down a pretty good runner. Ripken Fleck, 2 up, 2 down, and Nikolai French will step in. French, fielder's choice grounder, his first time up, and a pop-up. He is 0 for 2 against Marcus Miller. Trying to put another 0 on the board. Over 70 pitches thrown now. You had Vondra at 75 pitches after his first 5 innings of work. Pitch fouled away. No balls and a strike on French. Omaha West Side graduate, now playing at South Dakota State. He's also pitched 3 different times against the Sodbusters this year. See how deep they are in the bullpen as the pitch is taken for a strike, and getting a great start from Gage Vondra, who just joined the team today. Will they have one of their position players or two-way guys set to go? That's been one thing about the prospects sometimes. They have one starter and maybe nobody else the next day, so you hope to get to the bullpen, but it's been tough so far against Vondra. Pitch fouled away, no balls, 2 strikes. Meanwhile, the bullpen is quiet for Hastings. If this continues, they should have the majority of their weapons ready to go for Saturday and Sunday at Oahe, including their ace, Creighton Jacobitz. 0-2 delivery. Hit hard into left field for a base hit. Nikolai French with a 2-out single. And that will bring to the plate Eli Russell. Tying run is coming to the plate here in the top of the 6th inning. As Eli Russell 0 for 2 in the contest. Russell, Ellsworth Community College, former from Southeast Community College. Still looking for his first hit against the Sodbusters. Now 0 for 9 on the season in the matchups against Hastings. He's a Waverly Viking in the past. Lefty-righty matchup as Marcus Miller puts it right across for strike 1. So says home plate umpire T. Smith. Bill Biven working the bases here in the final game of the regular season. Hastings trying to find its way to the playoffs. A win today, a win tomorrow, a win Sunday, and Hastings will be home to Spearfish on Tuesday. Don't ask me whether they're going to be the division champs or the second half champs or the team with the second best overall record. I can't tell you that. Big swing, no contact for Eli Russell. He's down to the count, no balls and 2 strikes because there's still too many scenarios. Spearfish 13-5, Oahe 14-7, Hastings 12-7, Casper 13-9, heading into the final 3 games of the second half. And then you've got 1 game separating Casper and Hastings for the second best overall record. 0-2 pitch on the way. Foul ball off the bat of Eli Russell. The fans to our left didn't see him get a piece of it, so they thought it was strike 3, and they were ready for reduced price or some sort of beer special here, but not yet. Hastings on top 2-0. You would think that would be enough of a reason to cheer as you try to get the 3rd out of the inning. No. Beer. Beer is the big motivator here at Duncan Field. So, getting a good game. Really fun baseball, and this one is nice crowd and enjoying a 2-0 contest here in the 6th. Pitch put in play. Left side is Johnston. The throw to first in time. And Sodbuster fans, I'm sorry, but we'll take the out instead of the strikeout. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. We're to the bottom half of inning number 6. 2-0 Hastings. This is Sodbuster Baseball. Make your next pit stop at the Coach's Corner. A friendly staff and a deep lineup of snacks. You can find Coach's Corner in North Hastings on Osborne Drive East. More than just a gas station, Coach's Corner is the place to get delicious pizza made fresh for you and your family. Don't take our word for it. It's so good it'll be featured at selected Sodbuster home games this season. For a convenient and clean experience, be sure to check out the new convenience store in North Hastings, Coach's Corner.
Blue Fork Kitchen features elevated comfort food in a family-friendly, fast casual environment. With a full menu, you can sit down for a nice meal or order online for pickup. From salads and wraps to burgers and steaks, Blue Fork Kitchen has your kind of food. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., with a special brunch buffet Sunday from 9 to 2 p.m. Blue Fork Kitchen is located in the Cimarron Plaza, 38th and Osborne Drive in Hastings. Like them on Facebook.
Good pitcher's battle going as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. 2-0. Hastings on top. 2 runs, 6 hits for Hastings. No runs, 6 hits for the Prospects. Hastings will try to get it going with their 5, 6, and 7 hitters up there. And Gage Vondra certainly making a nice case for being a prospect college player next year as he gets his first start of the year, coming off a high school campaign. Going to be headed on to Dort for his college experience, and just a couple of problem innings. Really did a good job of working around what could have been a bigger inning in the first. Runner at third and only one man out. Sodbusters struck out their 4 and 5 hitters that frame, but able to get a run home in the third. Had 2 on, couldn't score in the fourth. A 1-out single went by the wayside in the fifth. Hastings has had base runners in every inning, but just the 2 on the board. Same can pretty well be said for the prospects. They have had at least 1 base runner in every inning, but nothing so far against Marcus Miller. There is action behind him, as it looks like Elijah Thomas is getting warm. He did throw yesterday, did Elijah. And we'll see who the first man out of the pen is, and I'm not sure if that would be Elijah or if he is just getting some pitches thrown after throwing yesterday. That remains to be seen, as right now it's Marcus Miller's game. Cale Jensen comes to the plate, 0 for 2. Struck out looking in the first. He grounded out in the fourth. Righty-lefty matchup as Vondra brings it home. Bouncing ball, right side. It's by Vondra. Second baseman Fleck flips, and it's a wild throw. And Cale Jensen, I think, was going to beat that out anyway. Ripken Fleck, his only chance was to grab it with the glove, and he tried to toss with the glove. But I don't think they're going to get Cale Jensen anyway. We'll see the official scoring. It'll be Jackson Crane to the plate, and he has reached base twice. They say error. I will politic for Cale Jensen in this case. We'll see if that is changed. I don't know. Jackson Crane tries to lay down a bunt. Cannot. It's back to the screen. And no balls and a strike on Jackson Crane. Crane, a walk in the second, a single in the fourth. We're now in the sixth. That's a big insurance run out there for Marcus Miller and the Hastings Sodbusters. As Jensen, a little bit of a lead, and he is pushed back on a throw over from Gage Vondra. The tag applied by J.D. Moffitt. Hastings 2, the Prospects nothing in the sixth. Here's the pitch. Crane pulls the bat back. It gets by French for a moment, but not chance for advancement. The count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Big moment of this game as the Sodbusters try to tack on to a 2-0 contest. A run in the first, a run in the third. That has been it. Prospects' final game here in Hastings. Then they'll play 2 with Fremont. Runner goes. Pitch taken for a strike. Throw down to second. Not going to be in time. A stolen base for Cale Jensen. So he is in scoring position now and didn't have to use the bunt. So chance for Crane to swing away. And Jensen now 4 for 5 in stolen bases. What's caught yesterday as Hastings lost a couple of guys on the bases in that 3-1 loss to the Prospects. But that will be a distant memory if they win today and win tomorrow and Sunday. 1-2 delivery is fouled away. It remains 1 ball and 2 strikes on Jackson Crane, trying to get on base for the 3rd time for the Hastings Sodbusters. Enjoys fishing. Nickname Cranium. Headed back to Arkansas Tech. Of course, he played the baseball thing. He could have been a part of the bass fishing team at Arkansas State Mountain Home. Yes, that's one of the sports that they have at Arkansas State Mountain Home. Pretty cool. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and the pitch. Down to the turf, 2 balls and 2 strikes. As I was looking at information from other teams, I know one of the preparation we did early in the year, there was a school in California, a 2-year school, which offered women's badminton. Did not know that was a thing. Pitch misses, 3 balls and 2 strikes. I'm thinking, badminton, can table tennis be far away? I could have been a college table tennis player. Man, that would have been fun. 3-2, nobody out. Runner at second base, Hastings on top, 2-0. It's fascinating, the things you can get scholarships for and play in college. Esports, all the rage. 3-2 delivery. Jackson Crane puts a charge in it. That's into left field. That is trouble. Going back, making the play. Nice job for Kobe Hatcher. Jensen will tag and advance. And Crane does the job of advancing the runner. You thought if that stayed more of a line drive, that would be big trouble for Hatcher, but he was able to get a good look at it. The sun was going to play a factor if that stays a line drive, but too much loft on that one, and even though Crane put a big charge in it, it is an F7, but Jensen advances on to third base. So, fundamental ball. A visit to the mound here from the catcher, Nikolai French, and now it's going to be Tyler Welch. Welch trying to find a way to get this third run home, and it looks like the prospects are going to play the infield in, and Tyler, big chance here. He had a single back in the second inning. Popped up to the catcher in the fourth, an RBI chance in the sixth, with Hastings leading it 2-0. Try to smash one through the drawn-in infield and extend the Hastings lead. Off speed, stays high, 1 ball and no strikes on Tyler Welch. Big leader on this Hastings team, one of the experienced dudes, as he's in his third year, now a college graduate. 1-0 the count on Welch, and the pitch. Low for ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. An infield single, a fly out to left. But Sodbuster's able to get a stolen base and advance the runner on that fly out to put the runner at third with less than 2 outs. Prospects thinking this is the game on the line, so playing the infield in here in the bottom of the sixth. 3-0. High now to Tyler Welch. Likely a take sign here with Jude Greaves waiting on deck. Wouldn't be the worst thing for the prospects if they walk Welch. That would set up a double play. 3-0 delivery inside, and the Sodbusters will get a 4-pitch walk to Tyler Welch. And now Gage Vondra, who could be coming to the end of his day, has thrown 86 pitches. How much gas does he have left? Here's Jude Greaves. Big chance for the Sodbusters, trying to get that run home. Will they send Welch here? Not the speediest guy at first. Does he try to get caught in a rundown? How do they play it? Greaves now will have a big hole on the right side with them holding Welch on. Here's the pitch. Jude did not offer it that. 1 ball and no strikes, able to check his swing on that curveball that was heading out of the zone. 2-0. Hastings on top. Big chance here in the bottom half of inning number 6. Sodbusters looking for more. 1-0 delivery on the way. Bouncing ball foul over the Sodbuster dugout and will fall into the netting there. Duncan Field, gorgeous facility. They've got the protective nets on both the first and third base lines. We've seen, though, bats get over that. We've seen line drives get over. It needs to be about 5 feet taller, I think, but you just don't know when you put one of those things up. 1-0 delivery is bounced foul. I should say the 1-1 delivery. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes. The count on Jude Greaves. Trying to come through here. He'll have to protect. Runners at the corners, only 1 man out. The infield single and the walk so far in this inning. Jackson Crane with a lone out on the fly out to left. Bouncing ball, just foul. Almost extra bases on top of that third base bag. Instead, still 1 ball and 2 strikes on the Metro Community College product from Oak Grove, Missouri. 243 coming into today. Sid Nebraska pretty well. 333, 5 out of 15. He had a multi-hit game against the Prospects back on June 5th. 2 for 3 with a run scored. Watches this one go by. In the homestand, 235. Did have a multi-hit game as part of this homestand against the Bison last Friday when he had an RBI and 2 runs scored. Greaves at the plate here with a 2-2 count. Runners at the corners, and Hastings looking to extend a 2-0 lead. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A large strikeout there for Gage Vondra. He has made the big pitches when he's needed. That is at least twice with the runner at third and less than 2 outs that he has gotten a K. Look back to that first inning. And now Hastings going to have to come up with a 2-out hit from Chase Miller. Miller has gone 0 for 2 so far today. Struck out looking his last time up against Vondra. He's also grounded out, and Gage Vondra trying to escape again. Pitched low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes on Chase Miller. The infield single, actually, it was officially ruled an error. I better stop calling it an infield single. Cale Jensen reaches on the error. And then a fly out and a walk. Here's the pitch. Taken upstairs for ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes on Chase Miller. Hastings trying to find a way to extend a 2-0 lead. Every lead would make you feel a little more comfortable as we approach the late innings of this one. Scheduled 9-inning game, 2-0 pitch. Down low for ball 3, trying to turn the order over for Max Israel, who's 2 for 3 in the game. And he has a triple and an infield single. You'd take that opportunity, the way Max has been swinging it since joining the Sodbusters. 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Sodbusters. No runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Prospects. Here's the pitch. High and inside, and it hits Chase Miller. Now you're okay with the getting hit, 1-0, 2-0. It's no fun getting hit 3-0 because you were going to walk me anyway. Please don't hit me. So the Sodbusters will have Max Israel at the plate, and we'll see what the plan is here for the Nebraska Prospects as their head man, Gabe Shemwell, is out. Graduate of Gretna High School and University of Sioux Falls, former assistant at Gretna and head coach at Elkhorn South. He'll come out and visit with his entire infield now. Of course, Hastings under the direction of Josh Prenner in his first year, the Arkansas State Mountain Home assistant, the Trailblazers, an NCAA Junior College Division II program. They went 33-20 and made the regionals for the first time, or won their regional game for the first time. And the bases are loaded, 2 outs. Conversation over. Right now they will stay with the right-hander. Gage Vonder is up to 97 pitches. You can start an inning up until 100. You can't start a batter after 110. So one way or the other, he's going to be coming to the end of his day, just trying to get the 3rd out here so they can start with a clean inning. And it's Max Israel at the plate. Inside, nearly hit it. You'd have taken a little tick shot right off the jersey there and getting the run home, but 1-0 the count on Max Israel. 2 for 3 in this one. Did strike out his last time against Vondra. Vondra seeming to get the Ks when he needs them to keep his team in the game. Pitch way outside, 2-0. Maybe a take sign on here for Israel. 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, and a hit batsman for Vondra as he approaches 100 pitches. This will be number 99, and a huge moment for Max Israel and the Hastings Sodbusters, up 2-0. Bottom half of the 6th inning, working out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Taking all the way right down the heart of the plate, 2-1 on Israel. The College of St. Scholastica, the Saints. 2-1 the count on Max Israel. The pitch. Low and outside, 3-1 on Israel. Runners at every base as Hastings has Jensen at 3rd, Welsh at 2nd, Chase Miller at 1st. The Hastings Sodbusters 2. Nebraska Prospects nothing. High drama in the Independence League Baseball. 3-1 pitch. Fouled away, 3-2. That will put the runners in motion on this pitch. So a gapper. Hastings certainly scores 2 and maybe 3, but you'd just take a blooper somewhere. Find a way to get a couple of runs home and give yourself a little more comfort heading into the final 3 innings of this one. 3-2 pitch on the way. High and tight, ball 4. Israel dives out of the way of that. It's a bases loaded walk. Jensen scores, Welch to 3rd, Miller to 2nd, and Max Israel has himself an RBI, and it'll be a 2nd visit to the mound, so we will have a pitching change. We'll keep it here and let you know that this pitching change is brought to you by Joyride Pedal Company. Looking for a unique way to celebrate, sip, and cruise through town? Joyride Pedal Company has the ultimate 14-passenger party bike, and the best part is you don't even have to pedal. Their bike has an an electric assist, so you can relax and enjoy the ride while rolling through downtown with friends. Get details at joyridepedalco.com. That's joyridepedalco.com. Let's see how the Prospects play it. As I was doing our pitching change sponsorship reader, so I did not see what they did in terms of bringing someone in. It looks like it's going to be number 4, and that would be Jake Smolinski. Jake Smolinski He pitched against Hastings on the 14th of July, went 2/3 of an inning, allowed 2 runs on 2 hits. He pitched, or I should say that was his only pitching performance against the Hastings Sodbusters, so Smolinski will get his opportunities as we try to pull up his season numbers. Game Changer is a game changer for broadcasters, especially here in the Independence League where they do allow free access, and so you can get the statistics with just a couple of buttons pushed. For Smolinski, he is out there once again from a pitching standpoint, making his 4th appearance in 5 2/3 innings, allowing 19 runs, 16 of them earned. He has struck out 2, he's walked 5, his ERA at 19.76. I mentioned his appearance against the Hastings Sodbusters, against Spearfish earlier this year. 2 1/3 innings, allowing 7 runs, 4 of those earned on 10 hits. And then against Fremont, 2 2/3 innings, allowing 10 runs on 9 hits. So see if the Sodbusters can get things going against Smolinski. And Jet Hannaford takes strike 1. No balls and a strike on Jet. 1 for 3 in the ball game. Chance to do some damage here with 2 outs. Bases are empty. Smolinski winds and delivers. Hit in the air to left field, and that's going to fall for a hit. A run will score. Here comes a second run home. Hastings will get a 2-run single off the bat of Jet Hannaford. Just put it in play, and I don't know if Kobe Hatcher ever got a look at that one, as that was hit right into the sun. Wells scores. Chase Miller scores. Max Israel advances to second, and now Hastings has a 5-0 lead on the 2-run single from Jet Hannaford. So he makes the most out of his RBI chance, and here's Weston Johnston trying to keep it rolling. Here's the pitch. Big swing, no contact, as Smolinski, not a real fast-throwing guy, more of a position player that is called into play here when they're short on arms, and I believe they're short on arms. They'll have 2 more games at Fremont, Saturday and Sunday. Pitch is taken down low for a ball, and maybe some prospects, parents watching in, if you get a chance to go to those games at Fremont, sounds like they're going to play at least one of those as banana ball. We had a chance to play the Fremont team at a banana ball game a couple of years ago with those kind of rules. Just had a ball. It was really fun for the fans and fun for the players too, and it was a neat experience if you got 2 teams out of the playoff race, and that's the situation with Fremont being eliminated, so they'll have at least one night of fun with banana ball rules. Look them up. It's kind of goofy. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Johnston hits this one on the ground. Shortstop's got it. The throw to first, not going to be in time. It's an infield single, and that will score another run for the Hastings Sodbusters. Actually will load the bases, as runners will be at every base now for the infield single from Johnston. Israel to third, Hannaford to second. Hastings will have the bases loaded again for Brady Alexander. Smolinski's early returns, 69-73 in his pitching numbers. Our Flight Scope stats sponsored by Eagle Distributing, and Brady Alexander hits it hard into left field for a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes a 2nd run home. The throw is going to be up the line, and you're not going to get Jet Hannaford anyway, as the Hastings Sodbusters get 2 more on the Brady Alexander 2-run single. Israel and Hannaford score, and Hastings has busted it wide open. Cale Jensen had the first. Tyler Welch, Chase Miller, Max Israel, Jet Hannaford, 5 have scored, and now Hastings leads it 7-0. And if you like to dream a little bit, Cale Jensen does represent the potential game-ending run. If Hastings scores 3 more, they win this game with the run rule with 3 outs in the 7th. I'm just saying, if you like to dream. Here's the pitch. Cale Jensen pops this one up. This won't get it done this inning anyway, although a long run for the first baseman, who will come down and make the play. Good hustle as they were able to get it taken care of to end the frame, as Cody Cizik was into the game, it looked like, there at first base. And the Hastings Sodbusters will settle for 5. They bat around, and the Hastings Sodbusters do have a 7-0 lead. And this is Sodbuster Baseball.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here. I feel better already.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
We head to the 7th, and now much more comfort if you're a Hastings Sodbuster fan. After that 5-run 6th, Hastings on top 7-0. Sodbusters, 7 runs, 9 hits. And the Nebraska prospects, no runs on 6 hits. Marcus Miller back out there, and he still has probably got one more inning in him if he wants to get up to 100 pitches, as we will see a new man coming to the lineup. Cody Cizik. Cizik will bat. J.D. Moffitt got the start in that position, but Cody Cizik comes to the plate. We saw Cizik in defensively that last half inning, and he takes strike 1. Cody Cizik, 2 for 13 against the Sodbusters this year, and 193 on the season for Cody Cizik. As the pitch is hit high in the air to left field, carrying pretty well, and that is going to fall for a hit. Cizik around first and headed to second. He'll be in scoring position with a double. And that'll be the 7th hit of the game. As here comes Isaac Borges. Borges 0 for 2 on the day. As we see Cizik take his equipment over to the dugout. There's no first base coach for this prospect squad. Their only coach is their head coach, Gabe Shumwell. Pitch is taken on the outside corner for a strike to Isaac Borges. Seven 0. Hastings blowing it open with a 5-run 6th inning as Borges 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out. Marcus Miller nearing the end of his day and on the verge of picking up a win here if the Sodbusters can keep it rolling. Brings this pitch, just misses, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hastings 7 runs, including 5 in the 6th to take command. Marcus Miller brings it home. That pitch called strike 3. Isaac Borges goes down looking. He's less than pleased with the call as he looks back to home plate umpire T. Smith, and he's still looking back. T trying to ignore him. The zone does expand a bit when it gets to be a 7-0 game, which, you know, I don't have too much of a problem with. It expands both ways. Paul Schuyler, multi-hit game, chance to bring home a runner at second base. And 1 man out. 7 runs, 9 hits for the Sodbusters, no runs, 7 hits for the prospects. Each team has committed an error as Marcus Miller trying to put the finishing touches on a really successful day of pitching. 6 1/3 so far, up to 88 pitches now. As Miller, 82 coming into this frame. Gage Vondra did all right in his first start for the Prospects. Got away from him there in the 6th. Now, Miller is off the rubber. Schuyler is out of the box. And he's back in, and we're ready to go as Marcus Miller a check of the runner and brings it home. In the turf, good stop there for the Hastings Sodbuster backstop, Jude Greaves. 2 balls, no strikes, the count on Schuyler. A hit in the first, a hit in the 5th. He's grounded out to third base, 2 for 3 for Paul Schuyler. Hastings a win today, and they keep their fate in their own hands. If they could find a way to sweep Owyhee on the road Saturday and Sunday, they'll be in the playoffs. Ball hit hard, but foul. And it's a matter of whether they'll be the second half division champs or whether they would be the team with the second best overall record. And it really doesn't matter. Spearfish, if they win the second half, they go with the team with the second best overall record. And Hastings 1 game behind Casper in that category. But keep in mind, Casper and Spearfish play each other. So if Hastings wins out, pitches in the turf, and Spearfish ends up winning out, they would send Casper to losses and put them behind Hastings in the second half, or should say in the overall record. Is it confusing? Yeah, it's kind of confusing. 3-1 pitch. And on the inside corner for strike 2, 3-2 now on Paul Schuyler. But the thing to remember is win and you're in. Win the next 3 and don't have to worry about any kind of tiebreakers. You are going to find a way to win. We'll let it sort out how it's going to sort out. Marcus Miller brings home the pitch. Taken the other way, Schuyler remains at the plate with the 3-2 count. You can't start an inning after you get to 100 pitches. So this, in all likelihood, the last inning for Marcus Miller. Trying to put another 0 on the board. There is right-handed action behind him now. We saw Elijah Thomas, the lefty, warming earlier, but he may have just been getting some work in after he threw yesterday. 3-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Jude Greaves. Strike 3. Big second out and back-to-back strikeouts for Marcus Miller after allowing that double from Cizik. So it's going to be the shortstop, Mike Valdivia, who's 1 for 3 on the day. Lefty-lefty matchup as Miller now with 6 strikeouts and, more importantly, no walks. Valdivia a pop-up into right field. Crane coming on. Israel going out. Crane makes the call, makes the catch. And another 0 on the board in what was in all likelihood the final inning for Marcus Miller. See if he gets a little tip of the hat, as it will be 7th inning stretch time here at Duncan Field. 7-0 as we head to the bottom half of the 7th. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
We move our bodies around a lot, and sometimes things happen. A tweak, twist, pull, strain, ache, or pain. At Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care, their goal is to restore your mobility, keep you moving, and ensure your rehabilitation is effective, efficient, and stress-free. Do you suffer from headaches and neck pain, lower back, or sciatica? Call Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care today. Start to discover wellness through chiropractic care. Fisk Chiropractic Sports Clinic.com. Start feeling better now.
Hastings Sodbusters baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate woodbat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to HastingsSodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
Jake Smolinski out for his first full inning of work in relief of Gage Vondra. Vondra, say, not too bad a start in his first prospects outing, just coming out of the high school ranks. Allows 6 runs, but only 2 of them were earned. He allowed 6 hits, struck out 5 and just kind of ran out of gas, walked a couple late, ended up with 4 walks and 1 hit batsman. And here comes the Sodbusters. Jackson Crane hits this one hard, but foul. No balls and a strike on Jackson. He flew out to left his last time up. 1 for 2 in the contest for Jackson Crane. A walk and a single his first 2 plate appearances. His flyout did advance a runner, though, putting a runner to third, and now Crane pops this one up, left side of the infield. And in foul territory, making the catch will be Eli Russell. So the only defensive change we've seen other than the pitcher is Cody Cizik. Cizik into the game at first base. Here's Tyler Welsh after that pop up to third. Welsh, one of the big at-bats last inning, drew a walk to keep the line going and takes this one to the backside. So Tyler quietly has had himself a productive day. A single, a walk, and now been hit by a pitch. 1 on, 1 out for Jude Greaves. Greaves has been on base 1 time. A strikeout, a line out, and a walk. Hastings, find a way to get yourself 3 runs right here. You can end this game prematurely. Otherwise, you're still 6 outs away from victory. And a big swing and a miss and some sort of protective gear coming off of the catcher, Jude Greaves. He had an elbow guard. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, that was part of his body? No, it was just the elbow guard. So swung so hard, he lost his left arm. Oh my goodness. Oh, the humanity. And this pitch inside almost got a piece of Jude Greaves. That's why you wear that elbow guard. Pretty much everybody does it. Sorry, Craig Biggio. You were the trendsetter. My wife just could not stand Craig Biggio. He always leans in. She's a Cubs fan. And because in those days, the Astros were in the same division as the Cubs. And so there were big battles in the family because her brother is an Astros fan. Pitch swung on and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Jude Greaves. I'm not sure how we got from Jude Greaves, the elbow guard, to the Astros. It was all about the arm guard. So now it's pretty much standard wear for most baseball players. 2-2 pitch. Greaves hits this one really well. That is carrying the left fielder, spinning, turning, going back and making the grab. Good hustle for Kobe Hatcher, and the wind is now, the sun has now gone behind the press box, and so much easier to get that than when he was having to battle the sun. Allowed out there off the bat of Jude Greaves, and it'll be Chase Miller to come to the plate. Miller, another one of the key at-bats in that 5-run 6th inning, able to turn the lineup over, drawing the walk, and then bases loaded walk to Israel, 2-run single to Hannaford to put the finishing touches on a 5-run inning. And now this would hit hard in the left center field gap, and that is going to fall. Sodbusters will try to go first to third and second to third, as a matter of fact, and a good job there as Chase Miller gets himself a double. Tyler Welsh, good hustle to get to third. Sodbusters will have 2 on and 2 out for Max Israel. So Chase Miller with the extra base hit there for the Hastings Sodbusters. Max Israel has had himself a good day. 2 for 3, an RBI, 3 runs scored in his first game as a leadoff hitter for the Hastings Sodbusters. Takes this pitch on the inside corner for a strike. No balls and a strike on Max Israel, making his 3rd start since joining the Sodbusters. And has had multi-hits in 2 of those 3 games, has had tremendously productive games. Mention the fact coming into this game, Israel with 3 RBIs and 3 runs scored, so he doubles his run total and increases his RBI total. As far as runs per game and RBIs per game, he would be among the team leaders already with his early production. Hits this one in the air to center field. That's a base hit. 1 run will score. Miller around third. He will score. It's a 2-run single for Max Israel. How about back-to-back 3-hit games for Max Israel? He's got 3 runs batted in. Yeah, I think we're going to keep him. As Tyler Welsh scores, Chase Miller scores, and now Israel represents the game-ending run over at first base. If they can get Israel home, they can end the game here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. 9-0 now. Hastings on top. The pitch is in the turf. Ball 1. The pitch there from Jake Smolinski. And I know you really don't think about stealing with 9-run lead, but that is your potential game-ending run, so it's a little different dynamic. Pitch is popped up. Foul territory. First baseman makes the call but can't get there. Sees a good hustle. I'm not sure if the catcher would have either. It was kind of no man's land. Count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike on Jet Hannaford. Hannaford, one of the big hits in the game. He's all of a sudden got a multi-hit game with a single in the 5th and a 2-run single in the 6th. Jet Hannaford able to come through as of late. Jet getting his 8th multi-hit game of the year. He had a 3-hit game against Oahe early in the year. Going to need some production against Oahe in the next couple of days. Looking pretty good today, but need to sweep Oahe Saturday and Sunday, and we'll have playoff baseball on Tuesday. See how it all works out. 9 runs now, 10 hits for the Sodbusters. Hannaford hits it high in the air, left field, but measured pretty well by Hatcher. He'll make the catch, and Hastings will settle for 2. 2 runs come across on 2 hits. 1 man left. We head to the 8th. It's 9-0 Hastings. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Core CPAs is your locally owned, full-service accounting firm. Our team of professionals have years of accounting experience and focus on building in-depth relationships with our clients. Our comprehensive and customized solutions are tailored to your specific needs. We pride ourselves in our commitment to integrity, objectivity, and professionalism. At Core CPAs, we provide tax services, payroll, bookkeeping, assurance and financial reporting, and much more. Visit our website at corecpas.us.
At Hastings College, we celebrate all the ways you shine. From more than 20 athletic teams to band, choir, theater, and art, plus esports, creative writing, speech, and media. Join in to earn a scholarship and find your people, the friends you'll hang out and have fun with. It's what makes Hastings great. So check out Hastings College, where your experience matters, in the classroom and in the activities you love to do. Visit us at hastings.edu.
Getting every last pitch out of Marcus Miller with a 9-run lead. They will send him back out, 96 pitches thrown, so they will, in all likelihood, be making a pitching change this inning. You can start an inning prior to 100 pitches. You can't start a batter after 110. If he could find a way with a really efficient inning, maybe he could finish the 8th, but this is going to be the last appearance of the regular season for Miller. He doesn't go on the road, and so getting all you can. And I'm not sure how the days work out. If he throws 100 pitches here, 5 days off, that would be Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So likely the last appearance of the season for Marcus Miller, unless they find a way to talk him into going on the road if they end up going to Spearfish. But we'll have to win a couple of games at Oahe to make that all happen. Pretty good day in progress here for the Sodbusters, leading at 9-0. Jacob Perrin swings and misses. He has an infield single, 1 for 3 for Perrin, and they let Marcus Miller throw 1 pitch here, and I think it was just so he could get a curtain call. That's kind of cool. So we'll see Josh Printer come out and give a big hug to number 3 as Marcus Miller may be making his last appearance as a Sodbuster. You never know what's going to happen as he will get his curtain call right here. Marcus Miller getting a standing ovation for the Hastings Sodbusters. What a neat moment for him as he has a tremendous outing, 7+ innings of stellar pitching, allowing no runs on 7 hits. And the Hastings Sodbusters will go to the bullpen, and let's keep it right here and tell you that the pitching change is sponsored by Joyride Pedal Company. Looking for a unique way to celebrate, sip, and cruise through town? Joyride Pedal Company has the ultimate 14-passenger party bike. You don't even have to pedal. Their bike has electric assist, so you can relax and enjoy the ride while rolling through downtown with friends. It is going to be Josh West. We saw Josh Nolte yesterday come in and throw a little bit of relief. Josh West, 0-1, a 4.93 ERA, making his 6th appearance. 14 2/3 innings, allowing 12 runs, 8 of those earned, 13 hits. He struck out 11, he's walked 5, he's hit 2. Opponents hitting just .217 against Josh West. He's from Alma College, the Alma College Scots, an NCAA Division III team. He's from Colon, Michigan. Came on the recommendation of Joel Skipper, former head coach for the Hastings Sodbusters, and has been a nice addition. Against Fremont, he was the Game 2 starter allowed 4 runs, 3 of those earned in 6 2/3 innings on 6 hits, striking out 2, walking 2, 1 out away from a complete game victory, but the Sodbusters could not finish the deal as he almost had an amazing first start. It was still a pretty good first start, but ended up in a no decision for him. The Sodbusters would eventually lose it. We thought that may be the loss that would take you out of playoff contention, but they battled their way through a 7-3 homestand, trying to make it 8-3 here, as we'll see Josh West make the appearance here for the Hastings Sodbusters in relief of Marcus Miller. Kind of wonder when Marcus took the hill, and they didn't really say anything about Marcus when he left last inning, so they come out and let him throw 1 pitch here in the 8th inning and allow him to get the ovation he certainly deserves. And what a finale. If that was his season finale, if that was his career finale. Now, he still could come back and pitch after his senior season in college if he wants to, but see what professional opportunities he has in terms of the real world. 0-2 pitch is in the turf as Jacob Perrin out there now. A strikeout, an infield single, a fielder's choice grounder for Jacob Perrin so far, the Bellevue East grad who's now at Southeast Community College. 1-2 delivery. Bouncing ball to the left side. Chase Miller scoops it up, throws to first, 1 out here in the 8th. And Kobe Hatcher will bat. You'd like to keep West, and probably will keep West, under 30 pitches today, so he would be available. They want all of their weapons available from a pitching standpoint. You already had Josh Nolte. He threw minimal yesterday, but should be able to go. And I think the plan would be Josh West to at least be involved in the pitching mix at some point. We'll see a new batter. It's Sean Robinson. He gets the at-bat here for Kobe Hatcher. Sean Robinson, 125 on the year, 4 runs batted in, 4 runs scored. He's gone 3 for 15 against Hastings for the season. 0 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored in the second game of the doubleheader yesterday. Went 1 for 3 in the first game. A split for the 2 teams yesterday with the Prospects winning 3-1, the Sodbusters winning 8-6, and today it's been all Hastings. That 5-run 6th inning, kind of eliminating any drama in this one. Pitch swung on and missed. 1 strike the count on Sean Robinson. Early returns on Josh West, throwing around 80 miles an hour. Our Flight Scope stats, sponsored by Eagle Distributing. Connor Christensen runs the Flight Scope. Noah Pagel behind the scenes. And, of course, Mason Hinrichs, our producer. The pitch is taken outside. Sean Robinson, 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Make it 2 balls and 1 strike the count on Sean Robinson. 1 out, nobody on. And the right-handed pitcher, Josh West, brings it home. Inside, 3-1 on Robinson. Sean Robinson out of St. Cloud State, Minnesota, an Omaha Scott graduate, the Scott Skyhawks. Josh West trying to battle back here, brings it home. Bouncing ball foul, 3-2. Love a clean inning here, and maybe you could find a way to sneak a run across the bottom of the 8th and save yourself 1 more pitcher. They do have Elijah Thomas warming. Elijah throwing a little over an inning yesterday, but can come back today. Maybe the guy who gets the 9th, regardless if there is a 9th. 3-2 pitch on the way. Bouncing ball foul. Robinson stays alive here. It's still 3 balls and 2 strikes with Ripken Fleck waiting on deck. Prospects going to be closing the season with a couple of games at Fremont. Games that won't have any impact on the playoffs, and so they're going to at least play 1 day of Banana Bowl. Unfortunately, Gabe Shemwell not going to be involved in that. He's going off to have a trip with his dad. Pretty neat. Swing and a miss. Robinson goes down on strikes. 2 up, 2 down here. A good job for West, trying to put a 1-2-3 inning on the board, and Ripken Fleck will come to the plate. Ripken Fleck 0 for 3. Reached on an air, lined out to center, grounded out to third. And the Sodbusters firmly in command in this one. Top of the 8th inning, 9-0. 9 runs, 10 hits for the Sodbusters. No runs, 7 hits for the Prospects. Each team has committed an error. Pitch hit the other way to the left side. Miller charges. Fields throws. He has been rock solid at that shortstop position. 1, 2, 3 go the prospects in the 8th. We head to the bottom half with Hastings on top 9-0. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here.
I feel better already. The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Jake Smolinski out there to bottom half of the 8th inning. Hastings can finish it off with 1 run via the run rule. They need 1 run or 3 outs to put this baby on ice. See how it all works out. It'll be Johnston, Alexander, and Jensen against Smolinski. Jake 1 1/3 innings so far, allowing 3 runs on 5 hits. No strikeouts, no walks. He has hit a man. And Weston Johnston has a triple. He's also been aboard back in the 6th inning. He's been on base twice. Weston Johnston has another multi-hit game. And how about a 3-hit game as he lines this one back up the middle? Johnston with the infield single in the 6th, and now a leadoff single in the 8th. Weston Johnston has a 3-hit game for the Hastings Sodbusters for the 3rd time this year. His 14th multi-hit game. He had 3 against Hawaii back on May 27th. 3 against Fremont on July 11th. And the Sodbusters are going to go to the bench here as we get our first look at our Sodbusters spotlight earlier today. Joey Hecker, the Washington State signee out of Pullman, Washington, takes the first pitch way outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes on Hecker. So Joey Hecker getting at bat here. Hecker's off to a pretty good start, 270 against college-level pitching, a double, 6 runs batted in, 3 runs scored. Watches this one go by for a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. Had that neat moment, the walk-off winner earlier this year against the Bison. Said one of his best baseball memories in his young life. Takes this one the other way, and going back, the new left fielder making the play will be Sean Robinson, and there's 1 out. Johnston at first, 1 man out, and Cale Jensen comes to the plate. Cale Jensen reaching on an error his last time up. They didn't change the scoring, even though I called it an infield single, but he's 0 for 3 officially now with a run scored, but got that 6th inning rolling. The Sodbusters getting on board with Jensen and Crane, or I should say with Jensen and then Welch and Miller toward the bottom of the order, and then Max Israel, a bases-loaded walk. Hastings able to eventually put 5 on the board. Jet Hannaford, a big 2-run single as part of that frame as Cale Jensen fouls the pitch away. Cale joining an even more exclusive club. Not many have hit it out of Duncan Field. Fewer have hit it out twice. Cale now has, as the runner goes, pitch is popped up. Cale into right field, and retreating back to first base will be Weston Johnston. There are 2 men out. Johnston at first base. Jensen with a toss of the bat in frustration. And it'll be up to Jackson Crane if Hastings is going to score a run here, or at least keep the inning going. 9-0. Again, Hastings trying to put this away in 8. If not, it will be the 9th, and it looks like Elijah Thomas is ready to go. Runner will go. They will get a runner in scoring position as Weston Johnston takes second. They were not holding him on, and you're thinking, why are you stealing bases? Well, this is why. He's going to go to third as well, and the pitch inside, but now a wild pitch will get the game-ending run home. So you took second, you took third, And hopefully the prospects aren't irritated by that. And they know about the run rules, so you're trying to save your pitching staff an inning here. Here's the delivery, and it's inside, gets away almost. Good hustle there to stop it for Nikolai French to save the game-ending run. Jackson Crane ahead in the count here. So instead of having to hit a double, any old blooper to the outfield, you get that game-ending run home as this pitch is inside and ball 4. So Jackson Crane earns the walk, and now it'll be Tyler Welch with a chance to end the game. Any old wild pitch, any old balk. Find a way to get that run home here and not have to use another pitcher. Although Elijah Thomas, guy who's been ready to go. Sodbusters will put another runner in scoring position as the pitch inside. It gets by. Weston Johnston gonna come home, and the Sodbusters will win this. It is a game-ending wild pitch. Out of this whole walk-off thing and a run rule, I just don't know if this is a good idea. Nobody get hurt. Weston Johnston is sprinting away. He does not want the Gatorade shower for scoring on a bases-loaded wild pitch. I don't know if they've caught him yet. They have not caught him yet. There's your leading RBI guy. Nobody tear an ACL, okay? Oh, boy. Jet Hannaford's got the Gatorade. They're chasing down Weston Johnston. They've tackled him. He is going to get a shower. Oh, no, he breaks away. Weston, he's a big dude. I don't know if you're going to get him or not. It's a walk-off wild pitch to end the game. And like I said, to me, walk-off should be for, like, game winners, 3-2, 5-4. And not for run rule victories, but the Sodbusters are celebrating one nonetheless. Pretty cool, as the Hastings Sodbusters do earn a run rule victory here in the final regular season game. Who knows, may not be the last Sodbuster baseball we see, as Hastings will have 2 chances if they win at Oahe on Saturday and Sunday. They will return home for a playoff game on Tuesday. We'll have to see how it all works out, but a good ending to the regular season here at Duncan Field. 10-0. Hastings wins it, and this is Sodbuster Baseball.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here.
I feel better already. The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
Hastings Sodbusters baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate woodbat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to hastingssodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
Let's face it, we move our bodies around a lot. And sometimes things happen. A tweak, twist, pull, strain, ache, or pain. At Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care, their goal is to restore your mobility, keep you moving, and ensure your rehabilitation is effective, efficient, and stress-free. Do you suffer from headaches and neck pain, lower back or sciatica? Call Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care today. Start to discover wellness through chiropractic care. Fisk Chiropractic Sports Clinic.com. Start feeling better now.
And the Hastings Sodbusters are 10 games over 500. They get it done with a 10-0 8-inning run rule victory over the Nebraska Prospects. Certainly a much better game than this final score might indicate. It was a really good pitcher's duel between Marcus Miller and the right-hander for The Nebraska prospects Gage Vondra. Hastings would get a run in the first, a run in the third. It would stay that way until the 6th inning as Hastings busting it open with a 5-run sixth. They had 2 in the 7th and get the game-ending run across in the 8th inning. Final line score in this one, Hastings 10 runs, 12 hits. They commit an error. The Nebraska prospects, no runs, 7 hits, and they had 1 error. Mentioned the starting job for Marcus Miller, 7+ innings today, as Marcus Miller does pick up the win in what could be, who knows, his final game at Duncan Field. Like I say, he'll be a senior at Hastings College next year. I don't think he is going to be able to pitch in the playoffs here at home if the Sodbusters get there, and he hasn't been going on the road. He's got other work responsibilities, so may have been the last time we see Marcus Miller. And what a finale it was. 6 strikeouts, 7 hits allowed, 97 pitches thrown for Marcus Miller, and then Josh West on for a clean inning there as he worked a 1-2-3 inning and had 1 strikeout for the Hastings Sodbusters. Offensively, man, oh man, how about Max Israel? Joining the Sodbusters, he has 2 3-hit games in the 3 games he's played so far. 3 for 4, 3 runs batted in, 3 runs scored. Max also had a triple today. Josh Printer revealed he was more of a guy who was just a singles guy, but a triple today, one of the 2 triples the Sodbusters hit. A 3-hit game for Weston Johnston. He had a triple in his performance, an RBI and a run scored. A multi-hit game for Jet Hannaford. Hannaford goes 2 for 5, 2 runs batted in, and a run scored for the Hastings Sodbusters. On down the lineup, Brady Alexander, 1 for 4, 2 runs batted in. Sodbusters getting 1 for 3 from Jackson Crane. Tyler Welch goes 1 for 2, he scores twice. And Chase Miller, 1 for 3, 2 runs scored for the Hastings Sodbusters. So good production, 12 hits, and 3 multi-hit games, all from the top 3 in the Sodbuster batting order. For the Nebraska prospects, a multi-hit game for Paul Schuyler, who continues to hit Sodbuster pitching well. 2 out of 4 for him today. They had single hits from Valdivia, Perrin, French, Moffitt, and Cizik. 7 hits in the game for them. And little honorable mention for Gage Vondra. Made his first start just coming out of the high school ranks. Going to be headed on to Dordt College. And goes 5 2/3 innings. Allows 6 runs, but just 2 of them earned on 6 hits. Strikes out 5, walks 4. Jake Smolinski comes on to work 2 innings. Allows 4 runs on 6 hits. More of a position player for that Nebraska prospects team as the Sodbusters pull away, and they get themselves a run rule victory as Hastings getting the victory to improve to 29-19. They had been to 9 games over 500 8 times this year, and finally able to get to 10 games over 500. More importantly, with a victory, they go to 13-7 in second half competition, and they are now 22-9 here at Duncan Field as they're able to get another home win. They go to 8-4 in their black uniforms this year. So Hastings Sodbusters with a very successful day as they get the victory by a score of 10-0. And as far as the playoff picture, with Hastings now going to 6 games over 500, Spearfish was 8 games over 500, Owyhee 7 games over 500 heading into play today. Casper was 13-9, just 4 games over 500. Fremont, the other team that would be eligible for the playoffs, is 12-11. They have been eliminated from playoff competition. As we take a look at other games, Owyhee does lead Fremont. That's a 4-3 game. Again, you would kind of like to see Fremont win that one, but a good game going on. Bottom of the 5th inning, 4-3 zap. At least, actually, if you're the Hastings Sodbusters, you'd love to see him play about 12 innings because keep in mind, Owyhee has to go home probably tonight, so you wouldn't mind seeing them a little leg weary heading into the matchup with the Sodbusters tomorrow. The other game in the Independence League featuring Casper and Spearfish. Casper does lead Spearfish by a score of 5-1. Just kind of mixed emotions on that. Spearfish, a team in front of the Sodbusters. If Spearfish wins the second half, the Sodbusters would have to have the second best overall record. And heading into the weekend, Hastings was a game behind Casper for that mark. Casper 29-18 and Hastings at 28-19. So the Sodbusters would have a game deficit heading into that. Like I said, if the Sodbusters win out, they would either be the second half champions or they should have the second best overall record, depending on how that Casper Spearfish series goes. But still controlling their own destiny, needing to win today to make that a reality. And they do get the job done today with a 10-0 win. Hastings taking out the Nebraska Prospects. We're going to take a quick breather, see if we can get Josh Prenner on the postgame. I think he's got some post-game responsibilities that he is dealing with, but we'll take a quick breather as we bring you Sodbuster Baseball.
At Hastings College, we celebrate all the ways you shine. From more than 20 athletic teams to band, choir, theater, and art, plus esports, creative writing, speech, and media. Join in to earn a scholarship and find your people, the friends you'll hang out and have fun with. It's what makes Hastings great. So check out Hastings College, where your experience matters, in the classroom and in the activities you love to do. Visit us at hastings.edu.
Core CPAs is your locally owned, full-service accounting firm. Our team of professionals have years of accounting experience and focus on building in-depth relationships with our clients. Our comprehensive and customized solutions are tailored to your specific needs. We pride ourselves in our commitment to integrity, objectivity, and professionalism. At Core CPAs, we provide tax services, payroll, bookkeeping, assurance and financial reporting, and much more. Visit our website at corecpas.us.
Blue Fork Kitchen features elevated comfort food in a family-friendly, fast casual environment. With a full menu, you can sit down for a nice meal or order online for pickup. From salads and wraps to burgers and steaks, Blue Fork Kitchen has your kind of food. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., with a special brunch buffet Sunday from 9 to 2 p.m. Blue Fork Kitchen is located in the Cimarron Plaza, 38th and Osborne Drive in Hastings. Like them on Facebook.
Make your next pit stop at the Coach's Corner. A friendly staff and a deep lineup of snacks. You can find Coach's Corner in North Hastings on Osborne Drive East. More than just a gas station, Coach's Corner is the place to get delicious pizza made fresh for you and your family. Don't take our word for it. It's so good it'll be featured at selected Sodbuster home games this season. For a convenient and clean experience, be sure to check out the new convenience store in North Hastings, Coach's Corner. It is Sodbuster Baseball. It was worth the wait in an extended postgame because Josh Prenner getting a lot of hugs on the way up here. And plus we have a special guest now, Marcus Miller. He goes as long as he can today, gets a nice curtain call, 7+ shutout innings. Marcus, talk about your emotions and this start, a chance to pitch here in front of the home fans. Maybe the last time, we'll find out.
Yes. I was supposed to pitch Wednesday just on a little pitch count, and I ended up pitching yesterday, and yesterday wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. So I had a little extra fuel today, and then I just had command of every pitch, so I felt comfortable on the mound.
I know they hit you a little bit, but able to work around that, had great defense behind you for the most part. Talk a little bit about the way the whole team played surrounding you today.
My defense was back there, and then when I had a bad pitch or a bad base hit given up, and then my defense was there, and I just did what I wanted to do today. So.
And a lesson for kids. Lawnmowers win. How are you doing? You had the lawnmower accident, stitches. Was that a factor all yesterday in terms of stepping off, of planting? Does that bother you at all?
Actually, not really, no. It's pretty wrapped pretty good, but I had to go in today because they did too much spacing between each stitch, and they had to put some more in. So, but no, it didn't really hurt that bad, honestly, so, which I was surprised.
Really, really cool moment. And the emotions, I mean, the Sodbuster fans, I'm sure you got some family, you've got Hastings people. The chance to say goodbye to them and for them to say goodbye to you. What was that moment like for you as you came off the field?
It actually felt pretty good. Prenner, after the 7th, he goes, "You're done." I was like, "Can I throw one more pitch?" Just to get a standing ovation just in front of my hometown, and I felt pretty good, honestly.
Pretty darn good deal. Now, the way I do my math, there's no way you could pitch at home in the playoffs if there is playoffs. Is there any way? How about a road trip to Spearfish next weekend?
We will see. But yes, it honestly could be a possibility. If it's a chance to win the Independence League championship, then we'll think about it. But yes.
Marcus Miller, they're getting everything out of him he can. He pitched yesterday, he pitched today. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
Let's hear from Josh Printer on our post game. As what a way to win the home regular season. About as good as it gets. Start with that guy as he set the tone today.
Man, it's kind of speechless. You just know what you're going to get every night in and night out from Marcus. Just at least probably 5+ really, really good innings. Really good control for all 3 pitches of him, and I mean, just wouldn't want a better guy finish out the home stand for us, and he just deserves it. He just played. I told him coming off the mound, just really, really fun playing behind the last 2 years, and then just wouldn't want a better guy out there, and made my job really easy today. So hats off to him.
And it's neat to see his maturity and his skill level as he's grown over the last 3 years. You've probably seen that too, from his freshman year at Hastings College to now after his junior year. Just has a little different kind of presence now.
Oh yeah, he's just confident. You can hear in that interview there. He just has all the confidence in the world in himself, and that's half the battle sometimes with pitchers. So I mean, just confident. He's got a really good feel for all 3 pitches, and does a really good job of keeping the bats off balanced.
I know we talked about him yesterday, but Max Israel added to the lineup. You go with him in the leadoff spot, and you mentioned yesterday he's just a singles guy, triples over the head of the right fielder, 3 for 3, 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored. How about his day offensively?
Just seeing it well. He had a really good day yesterday, and I mean, I just wanted to have him carry that over, especially just finding ways on, staying short, just hitting singles that ran into a ball today, burned the right fielder, which was huge. But no, those first 2 runs were produced by Max, so heck of a job from him, and just had all the trust in the world in him to throw him in the leadoff spot and know he'd get it done.
And then taking advantage, the opportunities presented there in that 6th inning, getting 5 on the board. A lot of those with 2 outs. How about Jet Hannaford getting a 2-run single? Kind of the big blow there as you were able to get a little more comfort level down the stretch.
Absolutely. Their starter, hats off to him. He kept us off balance, did a great job for a long time, and got a little wild there in the 5th, and then we just took advantage of it. And the guy that came in, we just knew what he had. He had 1 pitch, and just tried to make sure we stayed simple. Just make sure we're staying inside of the ball, get it up in the zone, and just took advantage of that new guy coming in.
11-game homestand. You go 8-3. You did what you had to do to be able to control your own destiny. Could you have asked for much more? I mean, you'd love to go 11-0, but at least you still have it in your grasp as you head to up here.
Yeah, I've been preaching the last 2 weeks. Just make the last game meaningful, and they've done a great job doing that. And hopefully we take care of business up there, and just continue to understand it's just another game for us, and just summer ball, and just play how we've been and how we can, and just see where the chips fall.
And from a pitching standpoint, getting the last 2 days out of Miller, that helps. Josh West goes 1 inning today, but pitches under 30. Have you pretty well got all the guys you expected to have from a pitching standpoint over the next 2 days?
Yeah, I want to say everyone's eligible to pitch going into this weekend, and then Spencer Schmidt is the only one that's not making the road trip, but everyone else should be, maybe possibly Raines as well. But Raines told me he will come back if we make playoffs. So should have a healthy bullpen, healthy starters going into this weekend, and we're set up what we want in the pen, and then we just continue to hopefully hit how we've been and play how we've been defensively as well. Like he said, just defense. Anytime you kind of leave a mistake over the plate or something, defense picked up Miller tonight, and just all around just a great team win.
You never get too high, you never get too low, and I suppose you mentioned it, it's just another game, but, you know, if you're a Sodbuster fan, it's not just another game tomorrow. How do you try to keep them on an even keel over these next 2 days to just make it one play at a time?
I think we've done a really good job of all summer just taking every game, and we're trying to win every game, and just keeping the same feel every single day, and there's no reason to change that. Whatever is at stake, it don't matter. We've done a really good job of them coming out every single day ready to go, and just treat it exactly what it is, just another game, and obviously play hard. But I think we've played hard all summer, so just to continue to do what we've been, and just see where it lies.
It's a weird dynamic because it's our last regular season broadcast, so I want to say that we'll be back Tuesday and we can talk some more, but if it is our last broadcast, man, I really appreciate you coming up every day, and hopefully it's been a positive experience for you. I know it's been a learning experience, and I know it's tough to come up after losses, and so I do appreciate you're taking your time in your first year as the head coach for the Hastings Sodbusters.
Absolutely. You guys do a great job up here. Really, you guys do a great job. I really enjoyed the live streams as a player, being able to go back, see some defensive plays, see your hits or whatever. But no, you guys do a great job, and all of them, they all appreciate it. You guys do a great job with the live stream, and just, I mean, like you said, learning experience. I was very, very uncomfortable coming up here, very start of the year, and I just got to make sure I just calm down, slow down sometimes. But no, I appreciate you guys, and yeah, I mean, just you guys do a great job, and just the community that we have here, just really, really takes all the pressure off as a coach, and I really do feel like we're all a family, and I appreciate you guys.
Josh Printer, head coach of the Hastings Sodbusters. We appreciate his cooperation throughout the year, and we hope that there is more baseball to be played here at Duncan Field. We'll find out. Hastings needs a win tomorrow, a win Sunday, and then we'll be playing bonus baseball Tuesday here at Duncan Field. And I don't know about you, but I'm going to be scoreboard watching the next 2 days as the Sodbusters take on Owyhee. Who'd have thought when they made the schedules, two teams which have scuffled for an opportunity to play in the playoffs, and they're going to be going head-to-head the next couple of days to see if one of those two teams can win the second half and move on to the postseason to take on Spearfish on Tuesday. Big thank you to all of our team. For Ryan Valenta, I know he had some personal things to attend to the last couple of days. For Connor Christensen, for Noah Pagel, the guys behind the scenes, and particularly to Mason Hinrichs, our producer. Final score once again in the final home game for the Hastings Sodbusters in 8 innings. Hastings takes out the Nebraska Prospects 10-0. I'm Steve Stein. Good night, everyone.
Catch the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
Get the ultimate fan experience at a Hastings Sodbuster game this summer. Enjoy high-level collegiate summer woodbat baseball at the beautiful and historic Duncan Field in Hastings. Baseball and a whole lot more. Affordable family fun. That's what the Sodbusters and the Independence League are all about. Sodbuster Baseball. It's your team.
Catch the